lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all. Because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the group of law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. The Bucks improved to 3-1 after Tuesday night's win over the Knicks. Giannis is the first player in NBA history to score over 140 points, over 50 rebounds, and over 20 assists through the first 4 games of the season.
All 4 games we played to win, and that's a great habit to have. I love what I'm seeing. I think guys are playing to win, and this is what we are going to do this year.
The Bucks host the Golden State Warriors Thursday night. And Packers quarterback Jordan Love named NFC Offensive Player of the Week following his performance in a 35-25 win over the Steelers. The Packers host the Carolina Panthers a Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. We've got a bunch of incidents out there, so be ready. I-41-94 south, 0.1 miles beyond Lane Avenue. Expect lane closures due to a crash. Then over on I-43, 94 south, 0.4 miles beyond the ramp from Howard Avenue, the left shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Looking over on I-794 west at I-43 north, the right lane is blocked due to a crash. Then over on I-41 US 45 south at the ramp from Watertown Plank Road west, the left lane is blocked due to a crash as well. Other than that, roads are looking clear across southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 43 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. Friday, expect partly cloudy skies and it will be breezy with a slight chance of showers with a high of 53 degrees. Saturday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers with a high of 51 degrees. And Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 55 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 50 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 49 degrees. Over in Waukesha, it's 49 degrees. Right here in Milwaukee, it's 50 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you very much for joining me for What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. It is a super-sized episode, 3 hours together tonight, and that bonus hour at 8 is going to be a magical hour. Ivanovich the Impossibilist, magician and craft brewer at Wizard Works Brewing in Milwaukee's historic 3rd Ward. He is going to join me in the WTMJ studio to conjure up some fun and share special brews that he's serving up at Wizard Works. And you'll also get a preview of the cultural combinations you can enjoy on Halloween night at the Milwaukee Art Museum. It's called All Souls Eve, with performances by modern composers, all curated by Present Music, and WTMJ's Eric Bilstad, After Dark. You can hear where his creative sparks come from to make the annual Wisconsin's Morning News Halloween radio show specials happen. And the frightening finishing touches are being put on this year's show, which will debut on Friday morning. But we will hear an encore of last year's Halloween special that took place inside Milwaukee Public Museum, funny enough, or at least it takes you there. Let's put it that way. Before that bonus hour, plenty of culture and creativity to get to and share with you. We are going to find out the best and newest restaurants in Milwaukee in just moments. And you are also going to find out about Milwaukee Public Museum's celebration. November is Native American History Month, and their manager of tribal relations, James Flores, is going to join us to invite us to the many activities that the museum plans to celebrate. And we got a couple of feel-good stories to share about Wisconsin pride. Actor Tony Shalhoub, who is from Green Bay, he has a new food show called Breaking Bread. I will give you a preview of that show. And Henry Winkler turns 80 tomorrow. And there's going to be a big celebration at the Bronze Fonz statue. And you are invited. So I'll get you the details on that fun little afternoon party tomorrow. Trick-or-treaters, which Wisconsin communities should be prepared for kids in costumes? Asking for candy on Friday night? I will help you not get caught empty-handed. I'll share that list just after the 7 o'clock newscast. There are weekend events here in Wisconsin. We will wish break a leg to the many performers around Wisconsin this afternoon. But let's get to it. If you love to eat and try gourmet meals, my first guest has the news on the most recent restaurant openings in Milwaukee and the top 25 restaurants list. Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel dining critic Rachel Bernard, welcome to What's on Tap.
Hi, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
I am so glad you are here, and it must be quite an undertaking to do the top 25 restaurants in Milwaukee. When did that idea start? Was it your big idea?
Well, it's been going on for a number of years, but I did my first list. I joined as dining critic in June 2023. So last year I did my first ever top restaurants list, and this year I'm an old pro with my second one.
What did you learn from the first time you made your list? Because I can't imagine. Do you have a calendar, and do you hit more than one restaurant a night? That strategy must be impressive.
It's a lot of schedule juggling, and that's what I learned the most this year. I started a little bit earlier, so I wasn't, eating 6 nights out, for the last 2 months, which I kind of did anyway. But yeah, it's a lot of
tempting.
juggling.
It's fun.
It is. It's very fun.
And I'm glad that you were able to juggle it and that you have so many restaurants to choose from. How many restaurants did you dine at to get to the top 25?
Probably within a year, I hit upwards of 100. And that's not counting, like the stalls here at 3rd Street Market Hall or the smaller little restaurants. So, it's dozens and dozens.
And I'm so excited because this is such a big undertaking and it's subjective. So have you already gotten feedback of, hey, you left off my favorite neighborhood restaurant?
That'll happen every year, but thankfully, I haven't had too much negative feedback. But everybody has their favorites. I do too. Even some of my favorites didn't make the list this year. Maybe next year, but the ones that did make it were so impressive, and it was a really competitive year.
What is your criteria to make the list? It's impressive to know that this is not just Rachel Bernard's favorite restaurants, that you have a scoring system. What is it that it takes to get on your top 25?
Well, of course, delicious food. That's always number one.
I wish I had a bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Sure. But also, I look for creativity. We have so many new and exciting restaurants in the city, and I'm looking at if a restaurant has something on their menu that nobody else does, or if other places do, they do it the best. So I'm always looking at what the chef's perspective is, what the restaurant, how well it does what it's trying to set out to do. Service is always a really big one too. I mean, second to food, you want to feel taken care of when you're at a restaurant. So there's so many different things I could go down, and I have plenty of notes I could share with you.
Do you actually have a spreadsheet like to do a tiebreaker? And
I sure do.
See, that's what I want to join you, like when you're in that process. But like you can blur out the names to protect the innocent, because it's very sensitive. And all of these chefs take such great pride in the creativity, much less they're all business owners. And I have to think, they want to hear good words, about their individual businesses. So I'm glad to know that we have such a thriving culinary scene here. And I feel like Top Chef Wisconsin really opened eyes to even people who know the food scene here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was such a huge part of last year's dining scene. And I think more people I still get people writing in saying, I used to write reviews of every episode, and I still have people writing in saying, I read these and it made me want to come to Milwaukee to eat.
Yay, that's wonderful. So instead of reading all 25 in alphabetical order, we could definitely go to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel website and look up top 25 restaurants 2025. Just that simple. But I will just go through some of them. The word that jumps out at me, 1033 omakase. Which I feel like is a new word for some people, but if you love sushi, you know what omakase is.
Yes, and it is Milwaukee's first omakase restaurant. It opened at the end of December last year. And basically, what omakase means, for those who don't know, is I leave it up to you in Japanese. So the chef puts out 14 different courses, Chef Ray at 1033 omakase, and you kind of just take what he gives you. And luckily, everything's fabulous. And this is the newest restaurant on the list. Since it opened in December, I don't include anything that hasn't been open for more than 6 months. And 1033 had to make the list. It's so impressive.
Interesting, because I only just found out about omakase because St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, has their own chef, Chef 2 there doing it. So it's cool to know that this is becoming an option, not just the only place you can go get it, but it's a sushi scene here in Milwaukee. But you mentioned the newest restaurant then is 1033 Omakase, but there are favorites, because I would say the ones that jumped out to me that I have been to, and they're usually pretty traditional, Amalinda, which has had rave reviews ever since they opened. Yes. Chef Gregory Leone there. Some Bartolotta's get on the list. Bacchus, which always seems like such a romantic restaurant. Bartolotta's Lake Park Bistro, which is the romantic restaurant for me. Pretty much every anniversary and birthday, I wind up there. So it's good to know that it's not just a sentimental favorite. I really am getting fine food there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, for even though a restaurant has been around for 30 years, like Lake Park Bistro, they're still knocking out of the park. And I find that extremely impressive. So, that kind of weighs it in their favor, too.
And Bayview wound up becoming this culinary scene, almost 10 years ago. I see Good Kind on here, Odd Duck, and not in Bayview, but Loopy and Iris. I felt that was an ambitious restaurant to be so upscale and sleek, but it lives up to its mission, it seems.
It does. I mean, a lot of people say you don't feel like you're in Milwaukee when you're dining there, and you do. It's just Milwaukee is chic. It can be chic and sophisticated, and that's what Loopy and Iris brings, on top of having really, really fantastic, simple, but really elevated, delicious food.
And one of the newer restaurants that jumped out at me, too, is Room Service. That's in Bayview. Now, I haven't eaten there yet, but I can tell you their cocktails and their cocktail presentation is over the top.
Yes, Room Service is certainly glitz and glam. It's a show when you go there, as well as having great food, too. So it's one of those places I say, like, take somebody you want to impress for date night. It's a really fun experience.
I would say it's another chic space.
Absolutely.
That was a great word to use. Three Brothers makes the list. And the one thing, I hate to keep talking about Top Chef, but two things about Top Chef. That was the restaurant that the Top Chef judges and crew went to when they came back for the world premiere after they'd done all their filming.
Yeah, it lived in their memory, as it does so many of ours. It's been around for 69 years. And when I went there on my recent visit, I had been there many times before, but there's some new kind of magic that kind of seeps from the walls every time you're there, and you feel like home. And, even though the menu hasn't really changed that much, you feel special every time you're there. So I can understand why, the Top Chef crew wanted to come back, because I always do too.
And what is their traditional cuisine?
Serbian food.
That's what I thought. And it was just going to say, you don't want the menu to change very much. I mean, if they're going to specialize in that. And then just one more name check for Top Chef, because we have to. Tell us about Esther Ev.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on with Esther Ev right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they made the list even though they had that terrible, terrible water damage.
Yes.
Chef Dan Jacobs of Dan, this is his other restaurant.
Yes, and they had terrible flood damage due to an accident in the unit above their restaurant in May, and so they've been closed since then. The reopening is next week.
Yeah.
So they're opening on November 5th. Thankfully, the reason why they made this list is that I was able to get in before they had the flooding. I visited in January and also in April. So I felt very lucky to be able to visit them at that time. And their food was fantastic. Their service is always excellent. They do amazing wine pairings. So they had to make the list, even though they were closed for 6 months.
I'm glad they're, because I was going to reach out to Chef Dan Jacobs and see if he wanted to tell us about the restaurant. I was like, that man's busy. There's no way he wants to come hang out at the radio station even for half an hour to tell us about his projects. He's got a restaurant to open, and he already has special events planned. So those are just some of the top 25 best restaurants in Milwaukee, according to the thorough, loving research of Rachel Bernard, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel dining critic. Rachel, will you tell us the newest restaurants next?
Absolutely. We'd love to.
There's one Polish one that I've got my eye on. So stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
You ever hear a deal so good you think, what's the catch?
Yes, when I got a free gym membership, and the catch was I still had to go.
Well, right now, Capital is offering great financing, no catch.
No selling a kidney?
Nope, just easy financing and honest service during Capital Credit Days. Now through October 31st, air conditioners start as low as $65 a month, furnaces only $59 a month, or a complete system only $117 a month.
Capital, where you choose cool or cozy with no catch financing.
Call CapitalCares.com.
WTMJ and Sidex are back with the Bootiful Bathroom Contest. You've heard us telling you about it, and time is running out to enter your scary shower, terrifying tub, or your space that just needs a refresh. Text BOO to the WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620, or go to WTMJ.com to enter. And for the full contest rules, hurry now. This is your chance to turn your outdated bathroom into a Bootiful treat. Enter now, WTMJ.com.
When you're due for tire service, visit richlawns.com for the location nearest you.
We'll give you a free flat tire repair on every tire we install. No questions asked. I'm Brett Matchke with Rich Lawns. You're due for service.
Rich Lawns.
Get 2 mattresses for the price of 1.
Whoa, what are you doing?
We don't do sales at Penny Mustard.
I know.
So how can we offer 2 mattresses for the price of 1?
Because with a flippable, 2-sided foam or coil mattress from Penny Mustard, it's like having 2 mattresses for the price of 1.
You'll give each side more time to breathe.
And your mattress will last twice as long.
See? 2 for 1.
2-sided mattresses, available every day at Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ Talk and Text line.
855-616-1620.
Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause.
It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
We've just found out the top 25 restaurants in Milwaukee, a fresh list from Milwaukee Journal Sentinel dining critic Rachel Bernard. And if you want to see the full list, just go to the Journal Sentinel's website there. And Rachel, I love that you get the job of staying on top of what restaurants are opening. And I've had my eye on one, and you mentioned it in an email, so I was like, I'm going to find out. What can you tell me about Milwaukee's newest Polish restaurant?
It opened October 15th, and it is Milwaukee's first Polish restaurant in a number of years since Polonaise closed a few years ago.
Which crushed my soul.
Mine too. I loved that place, so I'm so happy
because it was so old school.
Yes.
There was so much to love about it. It's like, how can Milwaukee not support this wonderful Polonaise restaurant? And how do we say this restaurant name?
Violetta's.
Because it starts with a W, of course. So we want to say it very authentic. And is it attached to the Violetta's Polish Market?
Yes, so it's the same owners. The Polish Market that's on the south side on Howell Ave. Same owners opened this restaurant in a former Applebee's. And I'll tell you, I have not been to dine there yet. I usually give restaurants a few weeks to get their footings, but I've been all over social media looking at it, and you would not believe that it's a former Applebee's. It looks so homey in there and just really lovely. So I can't wait to go. I think it's going to be, I've checked out the menu, and it looks very traditional, very Polish. They have their pierogi sampler, which I can't wait to dive into. There's pork shank, there's braised cabbage, all the wonderful Polish things.
If they've got charnina, then they're going to raise the bar and be really authentic. But the Violetta's shop has so many authentic Polish treats to just go grocery shopping there. You feel like you're there.
Yes, it's so fun. I love stopping in there whenever I can. And, they do punchkis all year round in many different flavors. So you don't have to just go on punchki day.
So you can get your Polish fix on Howell Avenue there, right there, like Howell and Howard.
Yes.
Is that intersection there. And what other new restaurants do we have in Milwaukee?
So new restaurants that have opened, Midwest Sad is actually a bakery. But they are going to be expanding their menu. So Midwest Sad is a bakery that has existed for a couple years in downtown. And so now they have their own space in Walker's Point. And I just wrote a little profile of them. They have the most delicious cookies and cakes and pies, and their banana pudding is fantastic.
And their pistachio pudding, because Sam, who owns Midwest Sad, I had her in on What's on Tap to talk about Super Bowl snacks and that sort of thing. And that was my first introduction. And it's incredible. And it's also exciting to see such a young businesswoman expand and be able to expand, because there's an appetite in the city, pun intended-ish, for what she's creating at Midwest Sad Bakery.
Yes, she works so hard, and she really had a struggle getting this Walker's Point location open. You know, there were some issues in the construction, but she finally got it open, and it's just so amazing to see her work pay off.
Is there a new French restaurant?
Not yet, but there will be hopefully very soon. Cassis, that's a very, very highly anticipated restaurant coming from Birch owner Kyle Nall.
Oh.
So that one will be opening in the 333 Water Building in in the 3rd Ward. And I keep checking in. I checked in with a representative, and they said we're still on track for a fall opening. They're under construction. I'm following them on Instagram, and I'm seeing the sinks being put in and the tile going up. But fingers crossed they'll be open by the end of this year. It's going to be incredible, like a nice French bistro open for breakfast through dinner.
I trust you'll be the first to know. Rachel Bernard, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel dining critic, and more than critic, just absolutely keeping up on the news and in the know for what's opening and closing in our Milwaukee culinary scene. Thank you so much. And what is the Journal-Sentinel website to get to your top 25 restaurants list?
JSonline.com.
Really easy. Thank you so very much for being here, and I look forward to our next visit. Bon appetit.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, fellas, are you feeling off of your game? If you feel like something is holding you back, connect with the medical professionals at Game Day Men's Health. WTMJ's Greg Matzik here. Game Day Men's Health helps guys regain their youthful edge with hormone replacement, vitamin therapy, personalized weight loss plans, plus EPAT therapy, which I've used for injuries such as plantar fasciitis or tennis elbow. And it's all under the care of experienced medical professionals. A free consultation at their clinic in Brookfield, Shorewood, Germantown, or Delafield. Game Day Men's Health. Get back in the game.
It's cruise deal season at Fox World Travel, and these savings are making waves. Set sail in style with exclusive offers from top cruise lines like Viking, Avalon Waterways, Princess Cruises, Celebrity, and Holland America. Ocean or river, Europe or Caribbean, we've got extra savings and special perks just for you. These deals won't stay afloat forever. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com before they sail away.
Talk about value. When it comes to casual dining, I can't think of a better value out there. If you're looking for a way to stretch your family's dining budget, come to Marty's Pizza, where feeding your family won't cost you an arm or a leg. You know, we're reasonably priced, and that's how it's going to stay. That's why we've been around so long. We offer a quality product at the right price. Italian dinners, subs, sandwiches, salads, and of course, 100% real mozzarella cheese pizza. Find us easily online at martyspizza.net.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
June 2022, southeast Wisconsin. A distracted driver killed 3 people, and in that single moment, it affected many more. The grandmother,
And my heart sank. Their lives are forever lost.
pastor,
That was the most difficult day of my entire ministry.
sister.
I lost my best friend.
Distracted driving affects everyone. Buckle up, phone down. Brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Continuing the food theme, actor Tony Shalhoub from Wisconsin has a new show all about food that will visit Wisconsin on Sunday's episode. I'll get you a preview of that, but first now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Sandy. A Dane County mother will spend the next 8 years in prison for starving her 3-week-old son to death. 22-year-old Taryn Strait was found guilty in the death of her son, Dev Kumar, after he lost more than a pound in his body in February of 2024. Since his birth in January of that year, Strait failed to take Dev Kumar to doctor appointments and fed him almond milk instead of formula, which led to malnourishment. Strait's partner, 27-year-old Devarius D. Keys, will be sentenced next month. Close to 40 people have been arrested in a multi-month drug-busting operation in Brown and Winnebago counties. The 14-month investigation shut down a large cocaine and marijuana operation with links to Mexican drug cartels. 23 people were arrested and 15 currently have charges pending. Authorities seized $43,000 along with multiple pounds of drugs and guns. The Line 5 pipeline reroute clears another hurdle. Federal permits were approved for the Enbridge Energy Project. The Army Corps of Engineers says it does comply with laws like the Clean Water Act and tribal trust responsibilities. The new route would circumvent tribal lands because pipeline easements where the current Line 5 runs have expired. State permits granted last year are under review as the Bad River Band and environmental advocates contest the project over oil spill and water quality concerns. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We got a lot on the road right now. If you are heading on I-94 South, be aware the ramp from College Avenue to I-41-94 South is closed because of a crash. That crash has closed 2 lanes, and it's backing up all the way right towards Oklahoma Avenue. That's when you're going to start to see those backups, so be aware of that. Over on 94 westbound on I-94 East at 35th Street, the left shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Over on I-43-94 North at National Avenue, the center lane is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. If you're looking at I-41 US 45 North at the ramp from Capitol Drive, the left lane is blocked due to a crash. Other than that, roads are looking pretty tough out there, but hopefully it will clear up soon. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 43 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. Friday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers and a high of 53 degrees. Saturday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers and a high of 51 degrees. And Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 55 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 48 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 47 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 48 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 50 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:33.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? I'm Deb Cruz, president of ADAM, the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. The 114-member new car dealers that make up ADAM have extremely desirable service technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now, and new ones opening up every day. Whether you're just getting out of school or considering a career change, the salary and benefits are fantastic, and the potential for advancement is unlimited. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an ADAM member new car dealer. Live the life you've always imagined. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows.
Go to work happy when you go to work in the auto industry. For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved, but here you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
What makes Hasselus mattress different?
Aside from employee-free showrooms, free next-day delivery, and prices that are way too low?
Yeah, besides that.
Hasselus Mattress is locally owned and managed by the same family. So, your money stays right here. And through Monday, you'll get a $248 credit towards a new Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta Perfect Sleeper just for shopping local.
Thanks.
For what?
For being different.
Find a no-hassle, employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
This is a show about bread. Oh, that is so good. And people. I'm Tony Shalhoub, and I have been an actor for nearly 5 decades. I grew up in a big family where bread was always at the center of the table. Ever since, from family meals to movie sets, it's the best thing in the world. I've seen how countless forms of flour and water have the power to bring people together.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. This is amazing.
So now I'm traveling the world, connecting with friends, family, and total strangers as we bake, break, and chew our way to the heart of the most delicious breads on earth.
That is the voice of Tony, Golden Globe and 4-time Emmy Award-winning actor and Wisconsin native Tony Shalhoub, and he is coming to the network CNN with his original series, Tony Shalhoub Breaking Bread, and he's been traveling all around the world. Turns out he is a passionate food lover, like many people. He came from a big family of people who cooked at home, and now he's really involved in the New York restaurant scene. But Sunday on CNN, there is a Wisconsin episode, and I got a chance to take a peek at it. And you can see it in its entirety on Sunday, November 2nd. But I've got to tell you, it was a delight to get to preview it because I wanted to see, well, where does he go? What places do we get to see? And Egg Harbor, the marina there. They go to Wilson's Restaurant in Ephraim. They go to Lambeau Field. They stop in Ellison Bay. So a lot of Door County locations. But it was really fun you kind of feel like you're hanging out with Tony Shalhoub and his family. And I'm particularly touched because he winds up spending a lot of time with his daughter and his grandson. So it's fun to see the multi-generations and the family ties there. And this is Tony Shalhoub talking about his Wisconsin upbringing.
Wisconsin is where my father settled, grew up, married my mother, and raised me and my 9 siblings after his journey here from Lebanon. I come back often to visit. I'm obsessed with the Green Bay Packers, so I come for games, to see family, and I come because I just plain love it here. But there's so much more to this diverse state. So this trip is all about getting a taste of the Wisconsin I don't already know.
And when he says he's a Packers fan, like he's even like wearing this like green and gold Packers serape. So he is all in. But it's fun in this show, Breaking Bread. You get to meet his sisters. You get to see them as they bake together. They bake dirty bread together. And it's very, very sweet side. But speaking of the Packers, Tony Shalhoub, a true blue fan who was a little starstruck, he got to meet Leroy Butler. This is some of that meetup.
Tony, it is a great pleasure and a deep honor to meet you, sir.
Leroy Butler is one of my personal heroes. He played his entire NFL career for my beloved Green Bay Packers.
I thought you were coming to my home, but no, I'm coming to your home. You're from here. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. My father always had season tickets. So, yeah, this has been the shrine for us. When you're from Green Bay, it's kind of mandatory. This cannot be overstated. Packer fans like me are diehards. And we're also part owners, as the Packers are the only publicly owned franchise in the entire NFL. The players are our idols, and the whole state is in on helping them win.
Tony, now, in sports, I don't know about acting. We have a lot of like
Superstitions.
yeah, and we're a little weird. I love grilled cheese. You go to pregame meal, and there was 2 grilled cheese sandwiches waiting for me. And they would have the little lid on it to keep, because it got to be crispy, Tony.
Oh, yeah. Well, what kind of cheese did you fancy the most?
That's a great question. In Wisconsin, we have 349 different cheeses.
That's right.
But the one I love the most, more than anything, and I get all goosebumps, is Colby Jack.
I thought he was going to say cheddar, didn't you? Leroy Butler, it's a really emotional food for him. And Leroy Butler and Tony Shalhoub, they make grilled cheese sandwiches together in a kitchen inside Lambeau. It really is charming. And I'm telling you, Tony Shalhoub isn't kidding. He's a big fan. He had to know, he wanted to know the origin of Leroy Butler's legendary move, the Lambeau Leap.
The first time you did the Lambeau Leap, what was going through your mind? The Lambeau Leap is a household phrase here in Wisconsin. It's the official name for the touchdown celebration made famous by Leroy in 1993.
The thing about it, though, it was all spontaneous.
Yeah.
Normally, when you score, you just go to the bench.
Sure.
But this time when I scored, I threw the ball down, and people start coming down to the ball right here. So I said, oh, I'm going to jump in the stands.
It just hit you. No one had ever done that before.
Because I love our fans.
So I love that people around the country and around the world watching CNN and watching Tony Shalhoub's Breaking Bread show, they're going to get another window to the world of Wisconsin. And Tony Shalhoub visited Upland's Cheese Creamery with his daughter, who considers herself a cheese nerd. And Tony gives us the history of cheese in Wisconsin.
An influx of Swiss settlers who arrived in the mid-1800s are responsible for Wisconsin's love of cheese. They originally grew wheat, but when soil conditions deteriorated, they pivoted to what they knew: dairy farming. Wisconsin now makes more cheese than any other state.
And they were standing around in the fields with the cows as they grazed and got to walk through the creamery and see how cheese is made, and even ate gourmet s'mores around a bonfire. But Tony Shalhoub's daughter had a big question about how Wisconsin is an influence when you're a cheesemaker. And this is what Andy Hatch of Upland's Creamery said.
What do you love so much about Wisconsin?
We have, deep legacy and tradition in dairy farming, cheesemaking here, but we also have the freedom to experiment in a really progressive attitude. There's no place really in the world I'd rather milk cows and make cheese than southern Wisconsin.
For me, it's where I think I developed a work ethic. Learned that from my family, my parents. I think that's just a common thread here. People aren't afraid of work. They have integrity, and they try to love what they do.
And Tony Shalhoub also went to Oneida Nation, a nonprofit farmstead there, and he wound up making a hearty cornbread with them. And, of course, he's back in Wisconsin. You got to stop by, enjoy some beer. So he went to Sway Craft Brewery in Door County and hung out with the owner, Matt Sampson. And this is the kind of stuff they're putting in the beer at Sway.
We've used things like yarrow, goldenrod, chanterelle mushrooms in a beer. We've used, yeah.
It invigorates my soul to see a Wisconsin staple reinvented by the next generation.
And, of course, you got to sip and sample some beers. And the Door County Cherry Beer really tripped Tony's trigger.
Love that.
Yeah, so that cherry beer, we use the whole cherry. So the stems, the pits.
I've had Door County cherries in every possible form, but nothing. This is brand new. This is a revelation.
And
I love that.
There's a bakery there at Sway as well, and the strawberry rhubarb pie got the review of ridiculously good from Tony Shalhoub. And the show takes you back to their big family dinner and the laughter and the love that they share. It's really fun to see Tony Shalhoub and I think it's 9 brothers and sisters, all hanging out together and discussing memories of Door County as a kid. And this is kind of the vibe he leaves us with.
Dinner time with my family. an occasion that is near and dear to me, and the highlight of every trip home.
That's for you.
Especially when the table's covered with all our favorite Lebanese dishes.
Tony, did you try the pickled?
I love them. Oh,
that was Dad's favorite.
Pickled turnip.
Pickled turnips.
Tonight we have Susan's baked kibbeh.
What's the kibbeh?
The kibbeh is ground round, ground chuck, and lamb.
Maxine's dirty bread. Fataya, a Lebanese bread stuffed with spinach, onions, and spices.
Kibbeh, bring the fataya. Bring it all.
You can break bread. Tony Shalhoub, CNN, that Wisconsin episode. Check it out, and you'll get to see Egg Harbor, Door County area there, and Lambeau Field. And I think you'll be proud of how Wisconsin looks on TV again, just like you were when we watched Top Chef Wisconsin. And now it's a birthday gathering at the Bronze Fonz, and you're invited. Details on tomorrow's event. Next on What's on Tap.
There's a problem if your lawyer is famous for one phone call and a quick settlement. It weakens your position in a negotiation. Another problem is due diligence. That's what trial lawyers conduct when preparing a case. Things like lost wages, lifetime medical costs, and other variables that can't be considered in a quick settlement. In fact, one call and a quick settlement is exactly what the other side wants. Instead, call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service. Visit Habish.com to find out more.
Abbey Window.
Abbey Home is celebrating 15 years in business, so we're going back to the first special we ever offered, a free triple pane upgrade on all windows. Triple pane is warmer than double pane and will help reduce condensation, so you're not wiping your brand new windows down from moisture. And they qualify for a tax credit too. Go to abbyhome.com or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY. If somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl.
If Penny Mustard was a bookstore, our staff's top pick section would spotlight the Dane bedroom.
My review would say, smoking hot. You'll feel more sophisticated with the Dane bedroom in your home.
Mine would read, the perfect balance of iron and wood makes the Dane bedroom stand out from the rest.
Wow, the Dane bedroom sounds great. I can't wait to see the film adaptation.
The Dane bedroom, starting at $82.48 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
What's on Tap? Sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. Visit Milwaukee knows how to throw a party. Henry Winkler, The Fonz, from the TV show Happy Days and so many other shows. He's had a heck of a career. Tomorrow is Henry Winkler's 80th birthday, and we're having a party right by the Bronze Fonz statue on the Riverwalk. You are invited. It's a free party tomorrow at 2. Mayor Cavalier Johnson will be there declaring it officially Henry Winkler Day in Milwaukee. Skylight Music Theater is going to lead a big group sing-along of Happy Birthday. David Fantle, who's been a guest on What's on Tap and is a Hollywood historian, really knowledgeable, he will be there as part of the birthday presentation to actually reflect on the Fonz and how important Fonzie is in pop culture. And on our Riverwalk, cupcakes. Oh, yeah. Cupcakes will be served if you show up at the Bronze Fonz statue tomorrow at 2. And there are also giveaways. You could win a prize that includes it's like $600 in Southwest airfare and gift cards to all sorts of good places. And what does Henry Winkler think of tomorrow's birthday celebration? Word has it is he is charmed and delighted. And he's always been a good sport. The sculpture was put up in 2008, and he came here for that unveiling, and he's been back to see it a couple times. And truly, the Bronze Fonz is one of the city's most popular selfie spots. And, you could give the 2 thumbs up, the A next to it. And tomorrow, you upgrade your selfie because we'll be including a balloon arch and a party hatch on the Bronze Fonz. So the ultimate Bronze Fonz getaway, that's what the big prize is if you want to come and celebrate tomorrow. But I have also heard not only is Henry Winkler a talented actor, he's directed, he's an author of children's books, but I've heard he's just an all-around good guy. I've laughed at him in Arrested Development, Parks and Recreation, and he was in HBO's Barry. And this is what Bill Hader had to say about Henry Winkler.
People are always like, what's it like working with Henry Winkler? And it really is all about the cake that he brings to set. Oh. He just brings bundt cake. I'm like, Henry, you're losing your mind in this scene, and you're on the verge of, and he's like, and then after that, can I give the crew the bundt cake? Like, Robert Wisdom's going to scream at you and make you cry. And he's like, right, well, I have the coffee and the bundt cake.
So celebrate an all-around nice man who has made a positive impact on pop culture. Henry Winkler's 80th birthday tomorrow. You are invited. It's absolutely free. It starts at 2 o'clock by the Bronze Fonz sculpture on the Riverwalk. And next, a Halloween song to bop your head to. The song you need to hear is sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanners.com. At Flanners, music matters. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 24-pack Essential Everyday Spring Water, $3.99. 15 to 150 count selected varieties Solo Cups, plates, or bowls, $3.99. 13 to 22 ounce selected varieties Farm Rich Appetizers, $5.49. 14 to 16 ounce selected varieties Daisy Dips, sour cream, or cottage cheese, 2 for $5.
I am starving.
Oh, no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, wow, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
You need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Pizza made with pride. That's what you'll get here. With a sauce recipe over 60 years in existence that we're not changing for the world. And we just can't get ourselves to skimp. So we still use only the highest quality ingredients, like our house recipe Italian sausage and our original thin crust dough that's made fresh daily and never frozen. And of course, always 100% real mozzarella cheese. You can't beat that or a Marty's Pizza.
Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our fall pet care sale, save $3 on assorted Diamond and Diamond Naturals dog food. Select 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand cat food, just $15.99. Plus, we offer Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
If you missed this,
Democrats running for governor I've spoken to all are supporting legalizing medicinal marijuana in our state. What's your position on that?
I certainly think we should take the step of making medical marijuana legal.
Or this.
A federal judge has issued a temporary restraining order over the Trump administration's effort to deploy the National Guard troops.
Catch up on the Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast at WTMJ.com, presented by Dave Drakamp Heating.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
This Halloween song is synth pop that isn't terribly scary. Just makes me want to bop my head while I'm driving. From 1984, Every Day is Halloween from Ministry. The song you need to hear, sponsored by Flanners Home Entertainment. Visit them at flanners.com. At Flanners Music Matters. Sound advice at the best price. Just press play.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Does music matter to you? Flanners Home Entertainment wants to help you have the best music experience at home. They've got high-quality products, the best prices, and high-fidelity expertise for the best sound in and outside your home. Now is a great time to shop Flanners with their Music Matters sale event. All speakers, all amplifiers, receivers, turntables, CD players, music streamers, and accessories are on sale. Visit Flanners Home Entertainment today in West Allis, Grafton, or at flanners.com. Sound advice at the best price. Flanners. Just press play.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-549-8866. 800-549-8866. 800-549-8866.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 49 degrees in Milwaukee. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 45 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brinda. Thousands of drivers have 5 or more unpaid Save Milwaukee parking tickets on their record. Now, the city aims to curb that number with the threat of towing offenders' vehicles parked within city limits.
A backlog of Milwaukee parking tickets has led to a ballooning $17 million in uncollected citations. Now the city is rolling out a plan to rein those collections in. And Alderman Scott Spiker has a warning for habitual offenders.
We find out you haven't been paying your tickets, you're not going to have a car when you come home.
While cars of those with 5 or more outstanding tickets will begin to be towed at the start of the new year, reminder letters will start going out November 1st.
Happy to have you in the city, but just make sure that you're obeying the same laws as we expect our residents to obey.
At the Milwaukee Tow Lot, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. today doubled down on his assertion that links Tylenol use with pregnant mothers and the increased risk of their unborn children being diagnosed with autism and other health disorders. Telling ABC News,
we've all said from the beginning that the causative association with between Tylenol given in pregnancy and the perinatal periods is not sufficient to say it definitely caused autism, but it is very suggestive.
The makers of Tylenol have responded to the secretary's remarks, saying, quote, "We agree there is not definitive causative association between taking acetaminophen and autism. And most voters don't yet know the candidates for the governor election. The latest Marquette Law poll found that opinions haven't finalized on who should lead the state next. Director of the Marquette Law School poll, Charles Franklin, tells WTMJ,
I think it opens up the possibility that pretty much anybody could emerge from the campaign. The struggle for all of them is going to be to make that move. What do you do to get known when you're beginning with 70 or 80% who don't recognize your name?
Over 1/3 of voters say they've heard nothing at all on the 2026 election. A fired elementary school teacher from Waukesha will appeal her case. Melissa Tempel worked as a first-grade teacher at Hare Elementary School. She was fired in July of 2023 after publicly criticizing the district's decision to stop her students from singing the song Rainbow Land during their spring concert. Temple argued her termination was in retaliation for speaking as a private citizen on a public concern. The federal judge dismissed her lawsuit earlier this month, saying the district's guidelines outweighed her First Amendment right for expression. Milwaukee's streetcar days could be numbered if members of Common Council and the State Assembly have their way. State Representative Bob Donovan tells Wisconsin's Midday News that the streetcar should be charging residents rather than lose $4 million for the city.
Certainly they should be charging a fare. To me, it's irresponsible to continue this without doing that. A burden on our taxpayers that can ill afford additional burdens.
Regardless of whether the streetcar stays in operation or is removed, it would still cost the city millions of dollars. Sports, traffic, weather, and X Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 7:03.
Fall in Milwaukee, where the air is crisp, the drinks are cold, and the good times are just heating up. Stroll Milwaukee's lakefront and explore its parks as they burst into a kaleidoscope of golds, ambers, and reds. Raise a glass at a beer garden that feels like a neighborhood block party, Milwaukee style. And just as the temps fall, Brewers baseball is turning up the heat. October dreams are made right here. This season, every color, every cheer, every sip, it all comes together in Milwaukee. Craft your perfect getaway at visitmilwaukee.org.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee new car dealer members have service technicians, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam member new car dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the group of law offices. One call, that's All Sports Desk. The Bucks improved to 3-1 after Tuesday night's win over the Knicks. Giannis is the first player in NBA history to record over 140 points, over 50 rebounds, and over 20 assists through the first 4 games of the season.
All 4 games we played to win, and that's a great habit to have. I love what I'm seeing. I think guys are playing to win, and this is what we are going to do this year.
The Bucks host the Golden State Warriors Thursday night. Packers quarterback Jordan Love named NFC Offensive Player of the Week following his performance in a 35-25 win over the Steelers. The Packers host the Carolina Panthers Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. I-43 94 South, 0.4 miles beyond the ramp from Howard Avenue. The left shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle, but we are seeing a lot of backups over there right now. In fact, I-41 94 South is closed from the ramp to Wesleyan Avenue to the ramp from College Avenue because of this crash. So be aware of that and take alternative routes if possible. Over on I-94 East at 35th Street, the left shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. If we're heading up on I-41 US 45 North at the ramp from Capitol Drive, the left lane is blocked due to a crash. Other than that, roads are clearing up across southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 43 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. Friday, expect cloudy skies and a slight chance of showers with a high of 53 degrees. Saturday is looking to be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers again with a high of 51 degrees. Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 55 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 45 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 47 degrees. Out in Waukesha, it's 45 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's currently 49 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 7:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
I appreciate you tuning in to What's on Tap. 2 more hours of culture and creativity to enjoy together as we get closer to Halloween on this supersized episode of What's on Tap. I am very pleased to roll out the red carpet for my guest at 7:35. Milwaukee Public Museum's November is Native American History Month. Everywhere it is. And Milwaukee Public Museum Manager of Tribal Relations, James Flores, will join me to invite you to the many activities that the museum plans to celebrate all month long. Live drum and dance performances, education stations, film screenings, and community conversations. Be here at 7:35 to find out more about Native American History Month. And our bonus hour will be a magical hour. Ivanovich the Impossibilist. He's a magician and a craft brewer at Wizard Works Brewing in Milwaukee's historic Third Ward. He will join me in the WTMJ studio to conjure up some fun and share special brews being served up at Wizard Works. And you'll also get a preview of the cultural combinations you can enjoy Halloween night at the Milwaukee Art Museum. It's an event called All Souls Eve with performances by modern composers curated by Present Music. And WTMJ's Eric Bilstad up late. You can hear where his creative sparks come from to make the annual Wisconsin's Morning News Halloween radio specials happen. The finishing and frightening touches are being put on this year's show, which will debut Friday morning, but we will hear an encore of last year's Halloween special, which took place inside Milwaukee Public Museum. So stick around for that. Also, a preview of some weekend events in Wisconsin to help you make your social plans, and we'll wish break a leg to many performers around the state this weekend. And trick-or-treaters. Which Wisconsin communities should be prepared for kids in costumes? They'll be at your door asking for candy Friday night, or maybe just demanding it, trick or treat. Helping you not get caught empty-handed. These are some townships. It is not an exhaustive list, but it is a thorough one. So alphabetically, and because, we all get busy. Sometimes you didn't hear that your neighborhood is having trick or treats. So we'll start with Abrams, Algoma, Amherst, Indigo, Argyle, Arlington, Ashland, Ashwaubenon, Athens, Augusta. Those are the A's. Whoa, there's a spooky breeze blowing through the B's. Bailey's Harbor, Baraboo, Belleville, Bellevue, Belmont, Beloit, Benton, Black Creek, Black Earth, Bloomfield, Blue Mounds, Boyd, Brandon, Bristol, Brookfield, Brooklyn, Brownsville, Buchanan, and Burlington will have trick-or-treating tomorrow. Caledonia, Cambria, Camp Douglas, Cassville, Cedar Grove, Shaniqua, Chippewa Falls. I feel like maybe they should hand out some beer cans to the adults in Chippewa Falls. Coleman, Columbus, Combined Locks, Cornell, Cottage Grove, Cudahy, Darien, Darlington, De Pere, Deerfield, DeForest, Delafield, Delavan, Dodgeville, Dorchester, Dover, East Troy, Eau Claire, Edgerton, El Dorado, Elk Mound, Elmwood Park, and Elroy, Fenimore, Fitchburg, Fox Crossing, Freedom, Gaze Mills, Germantown's going to be giving out candy on Halloween night. Grand Rapids, Grant, Green Bay, Greenville, and Greenwood, and Halloween night in Harrison, Heartland, Hazel Green, Hillsboro, Howard, Howard's Grove, and Hull. Prepare to be giving out candy. Janesville and Jefferson Creek and Johnson Creek, Kaukauna, Kendall, Kenosha, Kimberly, Lancaster, Lawrence, Little Chute, and Lodi. And make sure you have candy ready. Whoa, in Madison, Manitowoc, Marinette, Marion, Marshall, Marshfield in central Wisconsin. Menominee Falls be celebrating Halloween. Also Mequon on Friday night. Merrill, Middleton, Milton, Milwaukee proper having Halloween trick-or-treating on Halloween Friday. Minocqua, Mount Pleasant, Muskego, Neenah, Neelsville, New Glarus, another place where they should be handing out beer to the adults, accompanying their trick-or-treaters. It's always that age cutoff thing that we talk about, like how old is too old to trick-or-treat. I think if you know, you know. New Richmond, North Bay, Norway, Oconto Falls, and Oconto, Omro. You can see the movie The Omro Heist. It's not a scary movie, but it's a suspenseful film. Oostburg, Oshkosh, say hi to the ghost of the Grand Opera House there for me. Paddock Lake, Park Falls, Platteville, Plover, and Princeton. Racine, Rhinelander, look out for the Hodag. Rib Mountain, Richland, Ridgeway, Rosendale, and more trick-or-treating on Friday as we hit the S's. Seymour, Shawano, Sheboygan Falls, and Sheboygan. Summer, Sparta, St. Francis on the south side. Stanley, Stoughton, Stratford, Sturgeon Bay, and Sturtevant, Swamico, and Sun Prairie. And then you got Thorpe, Troy, Turtle Lake, Twin Lakes, Two Rivers, Union Grove, and Verona. And we wrap it up with the W's for your Halloween haunting and trick-or-treating. Walworth, Waterford, Waukesha, Waunakee, Wapaka, Waupun, which is the city of sculptures, Wasaki, Weston, Whitehall, Whitewater. Watch out for these supernatural occurrences and the Wisconsin witches in Whitewater, known as the Second Salem for you spooky fans. Whiting, Williams Bay, Winneconne, Wisconsin Rapids, Wittenberg, Wrightstown, and wrapping it all up, Yorkville, doing Halloween trick-or-treating. Give out some goodies and stay in the good graces with your neighbors on Halloween night if you're in one of those communities. Helping you make the most of your Wisconsin weekend, I share some suggestions for events around the state you can enjoy next on What's on Tap.
With all the positive Google reviews continuing to pour in for Rich Lawn's Tire and Service Centers, we want you to know we appreciate you.
You were
Due for service, we delivered, and then you went the extra mile and wrote a few kind words about the service you experienced.
Yeah, thank you so much. Michael, Glenn, Jeff, Lisa, Carol, Jason, John,
Wait,
Michelle,
hang on a
Ryan.
second, Dad. As fun as it may be to name every single person who's ever left us a Google review, there just isn't enough time. We get 60 seconds, and I'd say we've got about 28 left.
Ah, good point, Courtney.
Listen, we appreciate every last one of you for helping us maintain a nearly 5-star Google rating. And we're going to keep on shooting for the stars, especially when it comes to providing top-notch auto repair service.
Yep, and remember, be safe, buckle up, and hey, always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. Peter, Bruce, Samantha, Kimberly, Nick, Heather,
Oh,
Marissa,
Dad.
George, Jeremy, Diane, Brad, Paul.
It's cruise deal season at Fox World Travel, and these savings are making waves. Set sail in style with exclusive offers from top cruise lines like Viking, Avalon Waterways, Princess Cruises, Celebrity, and Holland America. Ocean or river, Europe or Caribbean, we've got extra savings and special perks just for you. These deals won't stay afloat forever. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com before they sail away.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m. Vince Petrano.
Superintendent Jill Underly was supposed to appear before a state assembly committee Thursday, but she skipped the hearing.
Eric Billstad.
Some prominent NBA names are among more than 30 people arrested in 2 separate gambling investigations.
And traffic with Debbie Lozica.
We do have an accident on 894.
The news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I'm Sandy Maxx. Glad you're hanging out with me on What's on Tap tonight. Here with you till 9 o'clock on a supersized episode of What's on Tap, full of culture and creativity, and to help you make the most of your weekend in Wisconsin and the rest of this week. A few suggestions have popped up on my radar that I wanted to share with you. First of all, tonight is the first night of Dine-In Brookfield. And it goes all the way through next Wednesday, and lots of different restaurants of all kinds participating. If you go to visitbrookfield.com, you'll see the list of all the restaurants, and they're doing a fun thing where if you sign up with your phone on a text, you can kind of get a little passport and you can win prizes. But it's a good variety of whether you want to have a date night restaurant or you just want to get a BOGO and have a quick meal. Dine in Brookfield is what it's called, and it goes through next Wednesday. And I mentioned it just a few minutes ago, free cupcakes at the Bronze Fawn Sculpture tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Henry Winkler's 80th birthday is being celebrated. Visit Milwaukee is throwing a fun little bash that will include, like I said, free cupcakes. Of course, get your photo taken, and it will be officially the mayoral proclamation, Happy Henry Winkler Day, as he celebrates his 80th birthday. And also, this weekend, I love this event. Train Fest 2025, downtown at the Baird Center, Saturday and Sunday. It is all model train layouts, over 50 operating model train layouts, all the little tiny landscapes. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. And there are going to be demonstrations. Like, if this is a hobby that appeals to you, what a great gathering of people who love these model trains. And for your littlest engineer, for the kid, you can ride Thomas the Train, which I think is very charming, but very fun, from 9 till 5, both days, Saturday and Sunday. And it's Train Fest 2025 at the Baird Center. And this is the last call for China Lights, the Magic Forest at Berner Botanical Gardens. This is one of those where I think when it starts in September, you're like, I got plenty of time to get there. It was like, whoa, it ends on Sunday. So you can still get to China Lights with all the huge, colorful lanterns and all sorts of different displays. There are 40 different lantern displays, and they kick it up. I mean, you know, it's a celebration of Chinese culture. They have live performances of music and different performances, and they've got, of course, food vendors to enjoy in the beautiful garden, and it will be ending on Sunday. So if you want to get to China Lights, this is your last call for China Lights. There are some free things to do on Saturday. it is Family Free Day at the Milwaukee County Zoo. You can go see the otters and the penguins and all your other favorite animals all day at the Family Free Day at the Milwaukee County Zoo. And another space having an absolutely free day so you can enjoy all of the exhibitions is Milwaukee Public Museum. You can stroll through the streets of Old Milwaukee and check out some of your favorite displays. And also, it is the Three Rivers Powwow. Milwaukee Public Museum kicking off Native American Heritage Month with a showcase of all sorts of styles, songs, drum groups all around from Wisconsin. And doors open at 10:30, and the powwow is between noon and 7 on the second floor at the Milwaukee Public Museum. Absolutely free. And we will find out more with my guest. I'm very excited. In just about 10 minutes, we will visit after the 7:30 news with the Milwaukee Public Museum's Manager of Tribal Relations, James Flores, who will tell us even more about what to expect at the powwow on Saturday for free at the Milwaukee Public Museum, but also some of the other plans for Native American History Month, which kicks off in November. Next, join me in wishing break a leg to performers in Wisconsin this week, some local and some visiting. We'll have fun letting you know what's on stage next on What's on Tap.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10K for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Since 1957, we've been making great pizzas. The recipe's the same, the dough's made daily like it's always been. The fresh veggies are cut daily, and the quality control remains as high as it's ever been. We gotta keep it high, because we know when you can count on consistency, that it keeps you coming back. So how about Marty's Pizza tonight?
Remember Marty's Pizza. Marty's Pizza. Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Tune in to Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
State of Wisconsin joining a lawsuit against the Trump administration urging emergency funds to be used to support the federal food assistance program.
Bringing you the latest in news, sports, traffic, and weather every weekday from noon until 3 p.m.
Preventing foreign adversaries like China and Russia from targeting the Banter State. That's the goal of Safeguard Wisconsin.
Only on WTMJ. Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
That is the sound of the world's greatest showman. Show people of all kinds stepping on stages all around Wisconsin to entertain you. And if you're looking for some entertainment, live and in person, you are in luck. There's quite a bit going on, and including right now at the Marcus Performing Arts Center, the epic and what's still called the world's most popular musical, Les Miserables, is on stage now through Sunday. I squeaked out of here right after What's on Tap, and I went to opening night last night, and it is as impressive of a performance as you would expect. If you want to catch up on some Wisconsin connections to Les Mis, listen to the podcast of What's on Tap from yesterday. It was fun to trace two Wisconsin actors who have been intimately involved with Les Mis on stage. And through Sunday at Marcus Performing Arts Center as part of their touring Broadway series. It's impressive. I think and it's a bucket list musical if you've never seen it before. So Les Mis through Sunday at the Marcus Performing Arts Center. And want to wish a happy opening weekend. Break a leg to... Forgot to break a leg for the Les Mis cast and crew. This is for you, Les Mis. There we go. And break a leg to the cast and crew of the brand new production of It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play. You know, we like to combine our holidays like kind of Christmas and Halloween. So on Halloween night, you can be the first to see the first performance of this show that is based on the story The Greatest Gift. And it's fun, though. It's got that 1940s retro charm of let's do a show. Let's put on a radio show. So it's described as heartwarming, hilarious, and delightfully retro. It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play, starts on Friday and goes all the way through December 21st at the Stackner Cabaret at the Milwaukee Rep. And want to wish a break a leg. I always got to get my sound effect. Sometimes it sounds cruel, but it is the right thing to do in the theater world. Break a leg to the cast and crew for closing weekend of Pippin at Sunset Playhouse. And another one you can catch up on the podcast. We had a really fun cast party with the man who plays lead and the director and the choreographer of this production of Pippin. We've got magic to do, and they are going to do it through Sunday at Sunset Playhouse. So break a leg to the cast and crew of Pippin, and also break a leg to the cast and crew of the zombie farce Bed and Breakfast of the Damned. At Constructivists are staging this world premiere at Broadway Theater Center in the historic Third Ward now through November 7th. And if you go on Halloween night to this zombie show, Bed and Breakfast of the Damned, you will get a discount on your tickets if you arrive in costume. I did see it last weekend, and I laughed out loud several times. And I wouldn't tell you like I'm a big Walking Dead or Shaun of the Dead fan. I'm a fan of laughing and fast-paced comedy, and this is good. It'd be a good group outing if you want to have some fun. That is Bed and Breakfast of the Damned at Broadway Theater Center. Also want to wish break a leg to the cast and crew at Renaissance Theater Works, Switzerland. The show continues. It is a psychological thriller that is about the author who wrote The Talented Mr. Ripley and Strangers on a Train. Her name is Patricia Highsmith, and it's really well done. I did get a chance to see that on opening weekend as well, and it's thoughtful. It's got a lot of great dialogue and has some unexpected twists and maybe what is real and what isn't real. No spoilers, but break a leg to the cast and crew of Switzerland and Renaissance Theater Works. And we also have some concerts coming to town. Halloween night is I want to break a leg. I want to wish break a leg to all of the composers and musicians who will be there at the Milwaukee Art Museum Halloween night. Present Music has a show called All Souls Eve, and it is going to be contemporary composers, but it is celebrating Mexican culture around Day of the Dead. It is celebrating Irish culture with Celtic music, and I think you'll be very interested in this multi-sensory experience. There's also going to be Ofrendas, which in Day of the Dead are the altars, and I think it's Francisco Mora is the local artist who's going to have an ofrenda to a woman who grew up in Sun Prairie, Georgia O'Keeffe, the famous artist, and also to Frida Kahlo. So there are lots of multicultural aspects to All Souls Eve at the Milwaukee Art Museum, and lots of live music. And I want to wish break a leg to the musicians of the Freakin' Halloweekend in Madison. This has been a tradition for almost 20 years, and it's now at the newly renovated Atwood Music Hall, the tribute bands. So you got a tribute band to Beyonce, to Weezer, Queens of the Stone Age, Bjork, which should be interesting, Wilco, and Creedence Clearwater Revival, the dude's favorite band, CCR. That sounds like a lot of fun. And there is a costume contest, and I expect everybody's going to kick it up a notch in Madison anytime for Halloween, but this freaking Halloween weekend, $1,000 in prizes for costumes. So that's Halloween night at the Atwood Music Hall in Madison. And I also want to wish break a leg to a man who has been touring with Ringo Starr. Break a leg to Colin Hay of Men at Work. He's going to be performing Halloween night at the Pabst Theater, playing songs from Men at Work, big hit band of the 80s, and also his solo work, which is quite accomplished. And one more break a leg to the musicians of Eclipse, the Best of Pink Floyd tribute. That is Saturday night at the Orpheum Theater in Madison. So make your plans and enjoy some live entertainment. And stay with me because we are going to talk about Native American History Month, which kicks off on Saturday. And Milwaukee Public Museum has some great plans and events. And the first one's a free one to kick off Native American History Month. You will meet Milwaukee Public Museum Manager of Tribal Relations, James Flores, in the studio with me next. Right now, we go to the WTMJ News Center. Here is Sean Brenda.
Thanks, Sandy. A school resource officer at an Appleton school has been arrested for a possession of child pornography. Charges are pending for James Newelljar, a band director at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Appleton police say there is no evidence to suggest that any children were harmed at the school. And close to 40 people have been arrested in a multi-month drug-busting operation in Brown and Winnebago counties. The 14-month investigation shut down a large cocaine and marijuana operation with links to Mexican drug cartels. 23 people were arrested and 15 currently have charges pending. Authorities seized at least $43,000 along with multiple pounds of drugs and guns. Wisconsin voters remain divided, especially over the ongoing government shutdown. A new Marquette Law poll shows that just over half of voters say both parties share blame. The rest are almost evenly divided over whether Republicans or Democrats are more responsible. Marquette Law poll director Charles Franklin says independents overwhelmingly fault both sides. Inflation and rising grocery prices remain a top concern for Wisconsin voters heading into the election year. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. Just going to let you guys know right now that if you are heading on a 9441 southbound, be aware that 41 southbound is pretty much closed, starting all the way from Howell Avenue and going all the way past College Avenue when you go past the Mitchell International Airport entrance and exit. So be aware of that. The best route to take is 794 instead. If you look over on I-43 94 South, 0.4 miles beyond the ramp from Howard Avenue, the left shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Other than that, roads are looking pretty clear across southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 43 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. Friday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers with a high of 53 degrees. Saturday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers with a high of 51 degrees. And Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 55 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 44 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 45 degrees. Over in Waukesha, it's 45 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's 49 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:32.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
What makes Hasselus mattress different?
Aside from employee-free showrooms, free next-day delivery and haul-away, and way too low prices on Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta Perfect Sleeper?
Yeah, besides that.
Well, Hasselus is locally owned.
You mean your franchise is locally owned?
We're not a franchise. Every showroom is owned and managed by the same family. So, when you shop at Hasselus, your money stays right here. And through Monday, our family wants to give you a $248 credit towards a new Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta Perfect Sleeper just for shopping local.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Our 43 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393.
I like that.
Try and buy with no pushy sales guy.
I love that.
Free next day delivery too.
Thanks.
For what?
For being different.
Shop local and enjoy a $248 credit through Monday at Hasselus Mattress. Open 9 to 9. Find a no-hassle, employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Fall in Milwaukee, where the air is crisp, the drinks are cold, and the good times are just heating up. Stroll Milwaukee's lakefront and explore its parks as they burst into a kaleidoscope of golds, ambers, and reds. Raise a glass at a beer garden that feels like a neighborhood block party, Milwaukee style. And just as the temps fall, Brewers baseball is turning up the heat. October dreams are made right here. This season, every color, every cheer, every sip, it all comes together in Milwaukee. Craft your perfect getaway at visitmilwaukee.org.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am so pleased to welcome to the show from the Milwaukee Public Museum, Tribal Relations Manager, James Flores. And James, that's a heck of a title. Tell me about your job and what you do.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, such a unique role. Really, the first in the museum's history of having a role like mine in an official capacity.
When did you start? So this really is, you're the first manager of tribal relations.
Yes, quite the learning curve. I started 3 years ago. And what a time to start at the museum. I mean, we're taking on this huge project of building a brand new museum. And it was just once in a lifetime opportunity that I was just grateful to have. And I think it's such an amazing opportunity. I mean, my work really, if I could explain a little bit of what I do, is just...
what's your overall mission with being the manager of tribal relations?
It's really connecting MPM staff with our tribal historic preservation officers, reaching out to tribal government officials, to schedule meetings and get on their agendas, to talk about the museum, talk about the exhibits, meeting with tribal museum directors, tribal education directors, language speakers, cultural knowledge bearers, content experts that are tribal members, and making sure that the indigenous perspective, the indigenous voice is at the forefront of our exhibits, and that our interpretations are authentic representations of indigenous people.
And James, what are some of the goals, like one or two goals of building those bridges and making those relationships happen?
Mutually beneficial relationship building is my motto. I think that we have to take into account that the rich knowledge that comes from the vibrant cultures of indigenous people has so much insight. It's a wealth of knowledge and something that I think can be overlooked. And it's great to have this platform where we can highlight and showcase indigenous knowledge in our exhibits.
And you're about to celebrate an entire month. November is Native American History Month. And is that a particular, like I'm sure every month, it's like, come on, there's Native American history all the time. But what is it about this month that resonates particularly with you?
Well, to me, I think it's just a great opportunity to, again, remind ourselves that, you know, our culture, our history, our language is vibrant, it's thriving. That indigenous culture just is in the past, but it's in the present and future as well. and we really take this time to celebrate. And what a place to do that at the Milwaukee Public Museum. November being Native American Heritage Month, organizing efforts to host the Three Rivers Powwow at the Milwaukee Public Museum. It's this Saturday, November 1st. Grand entry starts at noon, and that's definitely the spot to be at. You don't want to miss that.
Tell us about the grand entry, because I've been to the powwow when it used to be at the arena, and I missed it when it was at the Baird Center. So I feel like it's been in the orbit. But as not a Native American, I am just fascinated because everything's new to me, and it's very sensual. Like people are dressed in incredibly colorful, beaded costumes that make sound. Like that to me is like, oh, I get to hear jingling, and then there's the drumming, and there's dance. Like there's so much to be stimulated and enjoy and want to learn more. And be in a safe space to learn more. Because I think that's another thing. There are a lot of people who are curious, but if you're not Native American and you go to a powwow, do you stand out? Are you okay? Like, can you ask questions about your moccasins are beautiful? Tell me more. So I feel like the Milwaukee Public Museum is probably a really good space for that, because I saw on the website, it's like, you don't have to be Native American to be here. Everyone is welcome at the Three Rivers Powwow.
That's right, and it's a safe educational space, and just to start, I think we have to have a lot of grace in these type of conversations. And first, I just want to say that we don't call our traditional clothes costumes. Costumes is something that people dress up for, like Halloween. We call it regalia because it's part of our culture.
Thank you for teaching me that. Thank you.
See, and we're all learning, I think, in this. And this is just a great opportunity. And the way we have these exchanges is how we learn more about each other. And I think it's important that we also learn more about ourselves, because if you don't understand yourself, how can you understand others? And this is, again, an opportunity to come to the museum, meet Indigenous people, have an Indian taco, which is very similar to a regular taco, but with fry bread. And again, you see our songs, our dances, that we're real people, we're living today. Yeah, we're in our regalia, but you'll see some Native Americans that are in regular clothes. We have Indigenous people that are teachers, that are artists, that are doctors, nurses, construction workers, in the trades. And we have all different types of walks of life in our culture, just like any other community.
I was just going to say, just like any other nationality and heritage. Yes. We are talking with James Flores. He is the manager of tribal relations at the Milwaukee Public Museum. And I want to find out more about the performers at the Three Rivers Powwow, the big free event to kick off Native American History Month on Saturday. So stay with us, and other plans that you have for the rest of Native American History Month there. Stay with us on What's on Tap.
In 1964, we were making strides towards space travel.
Mary Poppins was the #1 movie in theaters.
And the Beatles were taking America by storm.
Which was long before I was born.
Facts. 1964 is also the year it all started for Richland's Tire and Service Centers. 60 years of continuous growth and more happy customers than you can shake a stick at.
Okay, the streamers are a bit overkill. It's just us in the studio.
Well, all right. But it's important to know accomplishments like these aren't possible without a dedicated team. So hats off to them and our founder, my dad, Dick Mitchke, for understanding the importance of customer focus.
Facts. There's no 60 years of anything without you, the customer, which is why our focus will remain on you and only you for years to come.
Thank you from all of us here at Richland's Tire and Service Centers.
Richland's Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richland's.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Dynaglow vent-free infrared wall heaters are perfect for supplying indoor supplemental heating. They work with either liquid propane or natural gas and require no electricity to operate, making them perfect for garages, basements, and power outages. View our entire selection of Dynaglow heaters on Menards.com. Plus, you can check our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. It's kindness, it's compassion, it's very specialized training. Their mission is to transform the culture of care, and they're doing that every single day. I've been in their places. I've seen how they love and take care of people with cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, or other related dementia symptoms. In part at Azura, they do such a great job because their staff goes through specialized training. They're going to take great care of you. Locations throughout southeast Wisconsin, Wisconsin-based, family-owned. It's Azura.
I know why you continue to live in pain. It's because you don't believe anything can be done to help. Maybe you bought into something and you've been burned before. I mean, your skepticism, it's understandable. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we use powerful, anti-inflammatory, and cushioning pharmacological medicines to ease your pain. They're FDA approved, and most medical insurance is going to pay for our treatments, including Medicare and Medicaid. And that's the litmus test. Because if insurance has shown to cover the cost of many of our patients' treatments, you can be sure it's valid medicine. It's not a biological treatment considered experimental or some new gimmick that's trying to hook you. The Rejuvenex approach to pain relief is legitimate. It helps to alleviate pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. And from what we've seen, it gives people a new lease on their lives.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Call today, and there's a good chance we'll see you tomorrow.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
That is the sound of Little Priest, one of the performers you can see at the Three Rivers Powwow for free at the Milwaukee Public Museum. And with your personal invitation and more details on exactly what will be happening Saturday at the Milwaukee Public Museum, Manager of Tribal Relations, James Flores. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Sandy. Thank you for having me here. I just want to quickly introduce myself in my language. Saguli swagwek, oniote agani, waganyata ni wagita loda, yoda hala kwadaze ni yugets. What I said was, greetings, everybody. I come from the Oneida Nation, and our language is pronounced oniote aga, means people of the standing stone. I'm Turtle Clan, and my Oneida name is Yoda hala kwadaze. But I also go by James Flores, and again, the manager of tribal relations at the Milwaukee Public Museum. And we're organizing the Three Rivers Powwow, and it's Little Priest Singers are one of the drum groups that will be at the powwow singing, sharing their songs, and we'll also have some amazing dancers come in.
That is wonderful to hear you speak your native language. Have you spoken, is it
Oneida.
Oneida language ever since you were little?
No. Actually, it was a little bit of a learning for me, and I think it was something that it had to be picked up. My grandma was a first language Oneida speaker, and she was born in 1924. And in the 1930s, I actually have a photo as part of my presentation I gave just the other day, but the photo is of her and her sister in front of the boarding school they were taken to in the 1930s. So at one time, Native American cultures, languages, and histories were attempted to suppress all of this and our identity and who we are. And I think because of that, indigenous people had to pick their language up again. And we have these great language revitalization programs across the different tribes here in Wisconsin. And tribes across the country are again picking up their languages, their culture, their customs. And, it's a continuation of this culture, but it's spreading to more and more tribal members. So I think that's great.
And that has to energize you, James, with your mission as the manager of tribal relations at the Milwaukee Public Museum to see the people have an appetite for it and want to explore and reclaim and learn all about Native American heritage, not just during Native American History Month, but all the time. And the powwow, I feel like that's one of those words like, is it okay to say? Tell us what powwow means.
So, powwows are social gatherings where you celebrate Native American culture through song and dance. And we have some amazing drum groups that are coming, and we have, again, like I said, amazing dancers. And the thing is, these are just tribal members, community members that are passionate about showcasing their culture. And there's different dance categories, different dance styles. And, believe me, they're not easy to learn. The songs are not easy. The dancing is not easy. And it takes a lot of practice and dedication and commitment. You work on your regalia. You work on your outfits. And I think it's just, an amazing way where once you get out there and dance, you feel good. People feel good watching you dance. And it's just all around good energy. So definitely, if you're in the area on Saturday, November 1st, I have to say, come to the Milwaukee Public Museum for the Three Rivers Powwow.
And describe what the grand entry is, because I love that you came right out going, if noon on Saturday, you want to be at the Milwaukee Public Museum to see the grand entry of the Three Rivers Powwow. What does that entail?
Well, grand entry really kicks off this cultural demonstration. It's a a huge procession where dancers will line up, led by our veterans that are carrying our flags, carrying eagle staffs, and they lead the procession into the circle, the powwow circle, with the dancers followed behind them. And it really, again, you'll see all the dancers, all the regalia coming in, and it's such a sight to see.
And I love that you have different categories. What are the different categories of dance in both men's and women's dance?
Well, we have men and women fancy dancers. We have women fancy shawl dancers, jingle dress dancers, women jingle dress dancers, men grass dancers, men traditional dancers, men woodland dancers, which is the category I dance. And, yes, and women woodland dancers as well, or applique or scrub, they're also known as.
Have you been dancing? When did you start dancing? Because we found out you started speaking Oneida later. When did you start dancing?
Well, I grew up going to powwows, and to me it was just the norm, like just hanging out. You see family members or friends, and it just was like the norm to kind of be at a powwow. And we'd go out for intertribals and dance, and that's going out to intertribals. Anyone can come out to dance. You don't have to be Native American. Anyone is welcome. It's intertribal, which means any tribe can come out there, and you don't have to be in an outfit or regalia. So I'd go out there and dance, and then, I think it was maybe about, was it 10 years? It gets a little hazy when you go before COVID. It seems like another lifetime ago. But I think it was about 10 or 12 years ago I started dancing, and I was like, no, I really want to work on my outfit. And, I just lucked out, got a piece at a time, and it just all came together. And I'm very, very proud of my outfit now. And I think.
Describe what your outfit, like head to toe. What are you wearing?
I got a feather headdress. It's called like a stovepipe headdress with golden eagle feathers, and there's hawk feathers in there, eagle plumes, and I have some regalia with beadwork with Oneida patterns on there with sky domes. I have moccasins with raised beadwork that my aunt made me. I have some leggings that my cousin helped me make that have some applique work. I have aprons, front and back aprons that my nephew made for me. I have some side drops that I traded some feathers for with a good relative of mine. And the headdress itself was made by a good friend of mine that is a Oneida tribal member that does some amazing feather work, and we traded
James,
some eagle feathers.
Just describing your regalia, you are illustrating family, tradition, community, and creativity.
Yes.
So it's wonderful. He is James Flores. He is the manager of tribal relations at the Milwaukee Public Museum. You've all now been invited to the Three Rivers Powwow for free on Saturday at the Milwaukee Public Museum. But you have other plans for Native American History Month, so we'll find that out next on What's on Tap.
You know, James, we'll be running this place together for a while. And one day, hopefully, you and your kids will be doing the same.
That's the plan, Dad. And we're making changes so we stay ahead of the game.
Like the new Marty's Pizza Delafield.com?
We've made it extremely easy for both our young and older customers to make fast online orders.
It is really convenient, but if you like to call your orders in, a friendly Marty's Pizza employee will be there to answer with a smile.
Remember Marty's Pizza, right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
And at Marty'sPizzaDelafield.com.
Dad, it's been almost 7 decades, and I think we just keep getting better.
And we've been in Delafield since 1982. We've been very fortunate.
At Marty's Pizza, we do our best to keep prices at a value.
And we stay true to our roots with the tastiest thin pepperoni we can find. 100% of real mozzarella cheese, our very own exclusive sausage, and an almost 70-year-old sauce recipe, both which Marty himself taught us how to make.
Dad, we got to keep on trucking.
We will, son. We will.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often, because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved. But here, you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee and Waukesha. Griffin. The buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers. Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Little Priest Drum Circle, they will be part of the Three Rivers Powwow Saturday to kick off Native American History Month. Is it Native American History Month or Native American Heritage Month?
Native American Heritage Month.
Native American Heritage Month. I've got history in my head, so I'll get it right. Native American Heritage Month. And James Flores, Director of Tribal Relations, is here with me in the studio. And before I let you go out into the night and back to your family, what are the other events, aside from Saturday's powwow, that will be happening at the Milwaukee Public Museum?
Well, in addition to the powwow, we have Cole's Thank You Thursday on November 6th, and that's another free day for visitors to come check out the museum. We'll have some programming on that day as well. I'll be on the floor with some moccasins that aren't normally on display, and these are moccasins from different tribes in Wisconsin. I'll go over some of the difference in construction style and floral patterns and share a little bit of that info with visitors. On Thursday, November 13th, our curator of anthropology, Don Sher-Tomei, will be discussing NPM's efforts towards NAGPRA and repatriation. The following week, Thursday, November 20th, we have our Science on Tap lecture, and Dr. Ashley Limke will be talking about her research with underwater archaeology. And then Saturday, November 22nd, we have Rachel Jinsky, a Potawatomi artist that will be putting on a moccasin workshop.
Really?
Yes.
How do you get involved in a moccasin workshop?
Well, you can sign up for the workshop,
okay.
And it's on all of this information can be found on our NPM website.
That sounds fantastic, to be hands-on and really learn from an artist.
Yes. Yes.
Well done. And I assume, James, you had a little something to do with programming these events.
Yes. And that's one of my roles as well, as helping develop the programming for November Indigenous people and programming throughout the year. So that's another way we celebrate Indigenous cultures.
And what is the best resource to keep up with all of these events at the Milwaukee Public Museum?
Oh, well, you can always check out our website or follow our social media channels.
mpm.edu. Thank you, James. And how do you say thank you in Oneida?
Yaonko in Oneida, Pinigigi in Ho-Chunk, Wehwanon in Menominee, and Miigwech and Ojibwe in Potawatomi, and OEC in Stockbridge, Muncie, Mohegan, which are all the tribes here in Wisconsin.
Very knowledgeable. He is the manager of tribal relations at the Milwaukee Public Museum. Thank you so much. Keep up the meaningful work, James.
Thank you.
I'm Sandy Maxx. A bonus hour of What's on Tap. After the 8 o'clock news, we get magical with Wizard Works Brewing. Stay with me.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10K for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time, and last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
WTMJ Steve Scafidi here. Year-end tax planning can sound daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Let's review what tasks you'll need to prioritize and what might require attention in an Annex Wealth Management webinar with CEO Dave Spano, Director of Financial Planning Eric Strom, and yours truly. Join us Tuesday, November 18, 2025 at 1 p.m. to get all the insights you need to close out the year strong. Register now. Click the events button at annexwealth.com to save your free spot. That's annexwealth.com. Click events to register today.
I've been screwing up all the chores at home. Hey, we all make mistakes. But darn it, my wife still isn't mad at me.
You want her to be mad?
Yeah, so I can sleep on the James sofa from Penny Mustard.
With the extra deep seats.
And ultra-high density foam cushions.
You're messing up on purpose so you can sleep on the James sofa?
I gotta admit, it's a pretty good plan.
The James sofa, starting at $22.96 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? I'm Deb Cruz, president of ADAM, the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. The 114-member new car dealers that make up ADAM have extremely desirable service technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now, and new ones opening up every day. Whether you're just getting out of school or considering a career change, the salary and benefits are fantastic, and the potential for advancement is unlimited. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an ADAM member new car dealer. Live the life you've always imagined. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows.
Go to work happy when you go to work in the auto industry. For current great-paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it is currently 47 degrees. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 45 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brinda. A new Milwaukee ordinance aims to address a growing backlog of unpaid parking tickets. The Federal Reserve has cut its key interest rate for a second time this year. News Nation's Vinay Smilat reports. Sports, traffic, weather, and X. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:02.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with the new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geis's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geisdoors.com. Geis has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geis at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geis. Visit them online at geisdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
We understand it's getting harder for you to find new employees. That's why we recommend using broadcast media to our clients to help find them. And you know what? It works. For years, we've used it, and over we fill job fairs and keep a steady new flow of employees for some pretty important clients. Broadcast advertising works for employee recruitment, but with our market leverage, you'll get a lot more for your money than you'll get on your own. Anderson-Smith.com. We help businesses find new employees.
Anybody out there like political ads? I already know your answer, and it's because a lot of them are bad. Phony dialogue with the sound effects of a diner in the background, dramatic voiceovers with scary music that changes into happy, hopeful music when the candidate being pushed is described. Whatever happened to an honest pitch from a candidate that doesn't sound like they're reading, but rather expressing their genuine passion to bring about change? Use us and we'll drive that home, and voters will believe you. Anderson-Smith.com. We will help you win in the next election.
We've all heard of Larry Bird. Allow us to introduce Derry Bird.
A.J. Green slashing a three down from the right wing on the other end of the court. It's a one-point game. Giannis back to A.J. A.J. going to try to answer. Off-balance three, and he hits it. How did he hit that one? But Derry Bird going deep into his bag of tricks there.
We're the home of Derry Bird and the Bucks. WTMJ.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all sports desk. The Bucks improved to 3-1 after Tuesday night's win over the Knicks. Giannis is the first player in NBA history to record 140 points, over 50 rebounds, and 20 assists for the first 4 games of the season.
All 4 games we played to win, and that's a great habit to have. I love what I'm seeing. I think guys are playing to win, and this is what we are going to do this year.
The Bucks host the Golden State Warriors Thursday night, and Packers quarterback Jordan Love was named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week following his performance in a 35-25 win over the Steelers. And the Packers host the Carolina Panthers Sunday afternoon. All right, taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We've got multiple freeway closures that are underway from north to south and west to south in the Mitchell Interchange Exchange. If you head east to south in the airport spur, and at Lane Avenue and College Avenue southbound ramps, those are closed, while emergency crews tend to a rollover crash involving 2 semis. One of them is a tanker. Hazmat crews are on the scene cleaning that up. So be aware to take different alternative routes at this point in time. Other than that, roads are clearing up across southeast Wisconsin. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 43 degrees. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 54 degrees. Friday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers and a high of 53 degrees. And Saturday will be partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers and a high of 51 degrees. And Sunday's looking to be partly cloudy with a high of 55 degrees. Right now in Green Bay, it's 45 degrees. In Madison, it's 47 degrees. Out in Waukesha, it's 49 degrees. And right here in Milwaukee, it's currently 49 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:06.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Welcome to this bonus hour of What's on Tap. I am glad you are here for this Halloween-themed hour. Stay with me for a preview of a one-of-a-kind Halloween event at the Milwaukee Art Museum on Halloween night Friday. Present Music is a local arts organization. They focus on contemporary composers and unique live experiences. And on Friday, you will hear modern, multicultural sounds in an immersive event called All Souls Eve. And learn more about this very special event, including a friend us to 2 famous female artists. You'll find out about that. Plus, WTMJ's Eric Bilstead joins me after dark. He shares his creative process behind the annual Wisconsin's Morning News Halloween radio special. From his eerie inspiration to the spine-tingling sound effects, the newest edition will premiere on Friday morning, Halloween morning, and I'll get you in the spooky mood by replaying last year's show that is set in the Milwaukee Public Museum, funny enough, and features a first responder using his acting skills. But right now, prepare to be dazzled, maybe even want a drink, with my in-studio guest from Wizard Works Brewing in the historic 3rd Ward. He is Ivanovich. Welcome back to What's on Tab. How are you this Halloween season?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, and it's great to be here again.
Chris, I'm so glad you were back. I don't want to spoil anything, but I was so entertained as I was researching, like, what do I want to do for this week leading up to Halloween? And I saw online Ivanovich, the Impossibilist, doing magic at Wizard Works Brewing. And I looked at the photo and I was like, oh my gosh. And I looked up Ivanovich's email, which was sneaky. And I was like, oh, I'm going to invite Ivanovich. And you wrote back like, hey, I'd be delighted to come back. I was like, I didn't put two and two together that you are Ivanovich, the Impossibilist, making illusions for people's entertainment and fascination.
That's right. I'm doing magic, mirth, and the unpossible.
Impossible. I was saying, tell me what an impossibilist is.
I essentially bend what your brain thinks is real.
Ooh.
So I am controlling how you think, which sounds really strange and sounds weird, but it's all done in good fun and with lots of laughs.
And props.
Well, there are a couple.
Like cards?
Yeah, I'll use some cards, coins. I use flatware. I protect you from the tyranny of flatware. I destroy it regularly.
Oh, I've seen you do some illusions with dollar bills.
Yes.
Cups and balls. All those kind of the things you think about when you think of some of the traditional, dare I say it, magic tricks?
Magic tricks.
Are we allowed to say that?
You can call it that. They certainly are magic tricks. And I'm a big fan of the tradition of magic, the history. I mean, we do the cups and balls. That's a trick that's 5,000 years old. It's mentioned in the Westcard Papyrus, so it's probably the world's oldest magic trick.
Wow.
There's a lot of history that goes on, a lot of crazy history with good guys and bad guys. Magicians are an interesting lot.
And you are one of them, because one of the most interesting things about you, aside from your proficiency in magic that we'll talk about and your event on Thursday night, but you're also a craft brewer.
I certainly am. I own Wizard Works Brewing right down in the 3rd Ward. I love beer. I'm from Wisconsin, born and raised here in Milwaukee, so I guess I am made of beer.
And now you make beer.
Yes, I do.
With some, and what's special about Wizard Works Brewing's approach to beer?
Well, I'm also, when it comes to brewing, I'm very traditional. I research recipes. I find things that were done a couple hundred years ago. I make sure that I'm using the hops from the right areas of the world in order to reproduce certain classic flavors. I make sure that I use yeasts that are appropriate to the flavors. It's all done with a whole pile of love, a whole pile of science, and a little bit of magic.
And a whole lot of research, too. Like you said, I love that you're keeping those traditions alive, because you have to have something unique in the craft brewing world, not just, oh, I just thought I'd do this. Like, what's your approach? So, and I remember that you were talking about even going back to medieval recipes.
Yes, I have taken a look at those. I've even gone back to Sumerian recipes. By the way, oldest beer recipe, one of the oldest things, Sumerian beer, it's terrible. Oh, my God, it's horrible. Don't ever do it.
They didn't know any better. That's a fun experiment, though. I feel like you tell me you didn't dump it out. Like, just save it so that way next time you need somebody to leave the bar. Like, hey, I want you to try the Sumerian beer. This is what we serve people we need to leave.
I was actually at a brewery conference, so you have, like thousands and thousands of people who brew for a living, and it was made for that, so we got to sample it. So I only had to have a little bit, and I didn't have to deal with the aftermath.
He is Chris Ivanovich of Wizard Works Brewing and an illusionist. So I want to ask you the details and allow you to give a personal invitation for your event tomorrow night at Wizard Works Brewing. So stay with us to find out what magic is in store. Next on What's on Tap.
Here's a penny for your thoughts. There's about 11,000 tire-related crashes every year.
Mostly due to driving around on underinflated, beat-up, worn-out tires with low tread.
A couple of clicks at richlawns.com will get you scheduled for a free tire tread test.
But if you're pressed for time, there's an old trick we use in the tire industry that'll tell you if you need tires.
And that's free, too.
My dad showed me, who learned it from his dad, who learned it from someone else way back in 1964.
Ah, yes. The old penny test.
Yep, just place a penny head first.
As in upside down.
Into the groove of your tire. Now, if you can see the top of Lincoln's head, you're due for tires.
And hey, if the free penny test frazzles you, book an appointment at richlawns.com.
If your tires are good,
no harm, no foul, because it won't cost you a penny.
Be safe, buckle up, and hang. Always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Richlands. Your
Do for service.
Such a refreshing change. Richlands.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vetrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
OpenAI's Stargate project. Am I reading this right? They're going to create thousands of jobs?
Entertainment.
The internet said this is the lead. Detective. He just wandered into the frame.
And more.
Dr. Mehmet Oz, you're a medical doctor. Have you found yourself disagreeing with Robert Kennedy Jr.?
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
It's a magical, spooky time of year. Spells are being cast and things that seem real maybe aren't real and vice versa. And to invite you to a magical evening tomorrow, I have Ivanovich, the Impossibilist, in the WTMJ studio.
And we are inviting you tomorrow.
Wizard Works Brewing Company in historic Third Ward. This is where Ivanovich, the Impossibilist, also creates craft beers, which we'll talk about some of those flavors in a minute. But I want to talk about your skills at magic. Tell me what's going to happen at tomorrow's Evening of Magic. Ivanovich, the Believe Harder tour. You've gone all the way in. You don't do anything partially. Like
No,
you
not
do
at
a
all.
theme. I love it, Chris. I love it.
Yeah, and as far as the Believe Harder tour goes, I was doing a show once and I was listening to a couple as they were walking out, and the young lady in the couple said, "Well, I don't believe it." And her boyfriend looked at him and said, "Well, believe harder." And I said, "Oh, this is perfect. I have to use this." Normally, when I'm at the brewery and I'm doing magic there, and on Friday nights we have a special magic night always. So I'm back there and I'm doing tricks behind the bar.
So wait, every Friday night?
Every Friday night.
You're performing magic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're not rusty. This is...
No, I do a lot.
You're well oiled with the illusions.
But I'm doing close-up magic behind the bar. It's fun. It's a little bit more fast-paced. And so tomorrow night I will actually be doing a show. I'll be doing a platform show for the entire room all at once. It's a special ticketed event. You come in, you get a show, you get a drink, and I get to do things that I don't normally get to perform when I'm not out on stage somewhere. So I'm very excited about this. It's as I do a lot of mind reading, I get to be
Hold on.
serious and weird at the same time.
Well, I like that combination. But hold on, you say you do a lot of mind reading.
Yeah, that's right. I peer inside your brain. I try not to knock too many things over. And I try to influence the way that you think. That's a secret. No, it's not a secret. I'm working on how you think and working with that.
I'm almost afraid to ask if you can read my mind during this conversation or if you even want to.
Now, I've learned not to do that the hard way. I'm not doing that on air, I'll tell you that.
That's so funny. So mind reading and close-up illusions. And what is an illusion that really tends to fascinate people? That you know you're going to do it and somebody in the crowd is going to go, "Oh, wow."
Well, a combination of mind reading, mental acuity. I will do a trick with numbers that will drive you absolutely insane. But I will also do one of the old classic tricks that fooled me, where such simple props, and I'll get somebody up on stage doing this with me, and the person who does it is actually doing the magic themselves. And the audience is stunned. They're stunned. I always tell that person, though, don't tell them how you did it. Keep a secret.
We had a magic moment, literally. Yeah. Is there a name for this trick, or do you want to keep it secret?
I'm going to keep that secret.
Works for me.
You
totally
guys come
works for
in,
me.
you will see it.
And I feel like I watched a video of one of your presentations, and in that video, you were working in Shakespearean references. Is this something you still do or lean into?
I have done it in the past. I will on occasion. It's not happening tomorrow night, although I have done an entire Cups and Balls routine set to Shakespeare with jokes, which is a strange thing.
But if anyone can creatively combine that, then you can. So tomorrow night, Evening of Magic with Ivanovich, the Believe Harder tour. It starts at 7 tomorrow at Wizard Works Brewing. And when did you start performing magic and finding out that you were good at it?
Well, I started 44 years ago.
Then you should be good at it. There you go. 4 decades of practice and proficiency.
At this point, I should have learned how to do something.
Well, I won't ask your age, but how old were you when you started performing? What grabbed you as a child?
I was 18 when I started performing.
No.
And it was not the job I went for. It was a job they needed filled. They said, how do we feel about helping out the magician? I said, that sounds cool. And he taught me one trick, brought me out in the middle of every show and made me do it, which is brilliant. Magic's about performance. And then I helped him pass the hat, clean up, and reset for the next show, and I did that all summer. And the only pay I got for that was he taught me one trick in the beginning of the summer, one trick at the end of the summer, and I'm the one who came out ahead.
That's fascinating. Do you have a name for your mentor?
Tom Tremont was the guy who originally taught me way back when.
I wanted it to be the Great Wazoo. You know, like I wanted a good name because I feel like that's part of the presentation. It's part of, keeps using the word magic, but part of that special magic of performance.
Sometimes the most innocent, unassuming things are the ones that are going to give you the biggest magic rush.
How do you bring your magician's mindset and this aptitude for creativity and illusion into your brewing? Is there a Venn diagram? Do they overlap at all?
Well, sometimes the beer helps with that creative mindset. There's a Venn diagram right in and of itself. But the idea that you're willing to start with the story, and from the story you branch out and you figure out what you're going to do. And so I love a great story. The story of Pilsner and how the greatest Pilsner beer ever was created because the beer people are getting in the town was so bad they poured it out in the streets and they pooled their money together and they built a brewery. And that was the story of Pilsner Urquell. So, I mean, beer has
And that was centuries
stories.
ago.
Yes, it certainly was. I know I wasn't around yet.
Well, no, but you talk about tradition, and I love that this kind of gravitates towards you. And you talk about mind reading and having this kind of supernatural sense. Do you feel like you gravitate to this deep history for some reason? Is there a strand? Is there a previous life?
Well, if you don't know where you come from, it's tough to figure out where you're going. So history is really important. But you can't be mired in it. You can't tie yourself to it. But you really need to know what's happened beforehand. And all of my education has been tied that way. All my education has been in science and mathematics, and those things are very steeped in history.
Science, mathematics, and creativity are combining, though, for your tasty beverages. We're going to find out what is being served up at Wizard Works Brewing during the Magic Show. That's next. Chris Ivanovich of Wizard Works Brewing in the studio on What's on Tap.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
The fall home buying season is officially here, which sometimes means less competition among home buyers, but that doesn't seem to be the case this year, with most listings still getting multiple offers. Now, a lot of home shoppers just go with their bank for their pre-approval. But if you'd like to get into your new home for the holidays, now's the time to get started with a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet, or switch if you started somewhere else. Not only will we put a $2,000 guarantee behind our fully verified pre-approval, we'll also work with you and your real estate agent to craft offers that get accepted over the rest. Our favorite tool is to see if we can get an appraisal waiver for the property you're trying to buy. Sure, that takes more effort on our part, but adding those magic words, "no appraisal required," to your property-specific pre-approval can be the difference maker. And our closing costs are typically $1,000 to $3,000 less than the bank's for the same rate. Get started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval by clicking on the blue button today at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
You are looking for some fun. Wizard Works Brewing in the historic 3rd Ward is the kind of fun place, first of all, to go tomorrow for magic, but pretty much anytime, because Chris Ivanovich, co-owner of Wizard Works Brewing, the first time I met you, you were a guest on What's on Tap to talk about your Star Wars Christmas special party.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you love to lean into the fun, and while also taking the craft of beer seriously as far as doing it traditionally, doing it to note, because you've thoroughly researched it. So I like that blend of structure and creativity.
As do I. It's part of the reason why I do it. It's I get to do great classic styles of things, great flavors, but the spin that I put on it is not always crazy. I'm not just throwing nutso stuff into my beers, but it is. I research. I want to make things play well together. You know, when you make a chili, you want to have the right ingredients and the right spices that all play well together, and they make something extra special. And that's what I try to do with all the beers that I create.
And you have one on the menu that screamed out to me for Halloween, Hellstrom Oktoberfest. Will that be on tap tomorrow?
Oh,
at your magic show?
It will be on tap. The Hellstrom is still around. We still have like a keg of it left. Oh. And all of our beer names are magic related. And so Hellstromism is a form of mind reading. And it was practiced in the late 1800s. Now, these are still all magic tricks, but was a form of performance called Hellstromism.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize it because I was going through your beer list and I was picking out like, oh, Smoke and Mirrors. That sounds like a good magic, but I didn't realize that the name of absolutely every beer that you have.
Well, almost all. But there might be one or two.
But the magic is inspired. And but tomorrow, if people come to your magic show by the great Ivanovich the Impossibilist, but tomorrow at Wizard Works Brewing, you got a fresh beer you're tapping?
Yeah, we're doing the release of our fall and winter sour. It is a caramel apple sour.
Ooh.
That will be on tap. In fact, I was just tasting it today to make sure that all the flavors are blending correctly.
I want to ask you one question because you talk about caramel apple. So are you really using caramel and are you really using apple?
I am using all of that stuff. And not only is it apple, it's the green Granny Smith apples.
Yeah.
So that you get that really tart, that specific tart that comes from Granny Smith apples and the caramel.
And to make it sour. But it just fascinated me that all of these ingredients are going to be in that vat and part of the process.
You will taste it.
And what is the name of this caramel apple sour that you have created?
Well, we call it the Puck Fumpkin.
Yes, say it very slowly.
Yeah, it's a dangerous spoonerism. And we say, if you can't say it, you can't have it.
What is the ABV on a caramel apple sour.
Oh, actually, we do a traditional European style sour, so it's a low ABV. It's going to come in right around 3.8%, so it's still even under 4%.
You can really drink it for flavor and really enjoy that.
Yep.
And what is the process for experimenting? Because your co-owner is your lovely bride.
Yes. My wife owns the brewery with me. She is doing most of the brewing. She wanted to learn how, and so I taught her. And in fact, today we were brewing the Abracadabra, the only traditional real IPA made in the city. And once again, very traditional recipe. It's not the American style IPA at all. And she did all the brewing today while I did other work.
Well, but that's a team. What is one of the best things about working side by side as husband and wife?
We can talk to each other without having to worry about HR.
Oh my. Okay. And then what's been an unexpected challenge of working side by side as husband and wife?
Don't ever work with anybody you can't fire.
Oh, wow.
We will argue at times.
I think that's natural, personally and professionally. He is Chris Ivanovich, welcoming you to Wizard Works Brewing anytime, but particularly tomorrow, so you can see him perform magic. Any other words of wisdom?
Don't drink more than you can hold in two hands at the same time.
Thank you so much. And the website is wizardworksbrewing.com to get info on tomorrow night's magic show, to see magic every Friday night at Wizard Works Brewing, and sip along.
Certainly. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
it's been a blast.
Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. I'll touch base with you to see what other fun Christmas themes. I got to think that you're already bubbling up with some good ideas.
Oh, there's stuff coming.
A one-of-a-kind musical event at the Milwaukee Art Museum on Halloween night. Learn all about it on What's on Tap next. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
It's been almost 70 years, and Marty's Pizza is still going strong in Delafield.
Hey, you keep the pizza tasty, and our loyal fans will keep on coming.
I think Marty's Pizza can hang right up there with anyone.
100% real mozzarella cheese, because we just can't skimp. The freshest veggies, and a sauce recipe that's Hall of Fame worthy.
And our crust? I never see anyone throwing our crust away.
Remember Marty's Pizza right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield, because it's delicious. You know, James, we'll be running this place together for a while. And one day, hopefully, you and your kids will be doing the same.
That's the plan, Dad. And we're making changes so we stay ahead of the game.
Like the new Marty's Pizza Delafield.com?
We've made it extremely easy for both our young and older customers to make fast online orders.
It is really convenient, but if you like to call your orders in, a friendly Marty's Pizza employee will be there to answer with a smile.
Remember Marty's Pizza, right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
And at marty'spizzadelafield.com.
It's like you don't want to even do anything anymore. You lay in bed in the morning, putting off the pain. You put off your workouts. You put off your walks. And yard work, that's just not even an option anymore. As we speak, pain is taking away more and more from your life. And unless you take action, it's going to get worse. And that's no way to live. Not when there's a Rejuvenex clinic nearby. Because the power of Toradol, joined with the wonder of hyaluronic acid, can alleviate your pain. And it can allow you to start living your life again. This is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, Rejuvenex treatments are affordable. They're FDA approved. And in many cases, our patients pay nothing at all. Because insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pay for them. If your pain just won't go away, you should call Rejuvenex today.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Google reviews will tell you it's worth a try.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? I'm Deb Cruz, president of ADAM, the Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee. The 114-member new car dealers that make up ADAM have extremely desirable service technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now, and new ones opening up every day. Whether you're just getting out of school or considering a career change, the salary and benefits are fantastic, and the potential for advancement is unlimited. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an ADAM member new car dealer. Live the life you've always imagined. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows.
Go to work happy when you go to work in the auto industry. For
current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
That's the kind of Halloween-style music you can hear on All Souls Eve, Friday night at the Milwaukee Art Museum. A fantastic gathering of different kinds of cultures through music and through art. And Present Music is putting it on. It's called All Souls Eve, a celebratory concert of remembrance. It includes Mexican Day of the Dead festivities. It also includes music from Ireland, the old burying ground, and a new commission from composer Viet Quang called Music of the While. And it is going to also have a lot of other interesting parts to it. And I was delighted to be visited from Present Music by Daniel Petrie. He's the development strategist and managing director, Marta Troike. And if you're just getting to know Present Music and this event sounds interesting to you, Daniel Petrie here explains what motivates this arts group, and Marta Troike shares what to expect on All Souls Eve at the Milwaukee Art Museum.
I would say the mission of Present Music is to perform the music of living composers as opposed to all the dead ones. So a lot of the music that's it's coming from the concert tradition, I would say, but it's also fused with a lot of other jazz and pop and rock influences, and that's what makes each of our concerts a little different. We've commissioned over 100 works that have had their world premieres in Milwaukee over the last 44 years.
Wow.
And we're going to be talking about a couple of commissions in a little bit also. But we bring these composers to Milwaukee. We have funding from great donors that make that possible. And we have one of the largest and most respected new music audiences in the country. When composers come here, they're jealous of all the people that we have in our audience because we get 300, 400, 500 people for our concert.
So Milwaukee really shows up. Wisconsin shows up to hear contemporary music. I think that might surprise some people. What do you think it is about maybe our state that embraces contemporary living composers? Any feedback that you've ever gotten?
I would say it comes from our founder, Kevin Stahlheim. When he founded Present Music 44 years ago, he really reached out to composers across the country, and he found the best composers. And Eric Segnitz is our current artistic director, and he does the same thing. So he essentially curates concerts for us. And so when people come to a concert, they are hearing something that's already been curated to be the best of the best. And it's always a concert that has some challenging things on concerts, but things that there's always something that people enjoy in each concert.
And so tell us about All Souls Eve on Halloween at the Milwaukee Art Museum.
So All Souls Eve is a concert inspired by different cultures and inspired by celebration of our departed souls. So in different cultures, you celebrate on October 31st. Sometimes you celebrate on November 1st, right? Mm-hmm. It just depends. And so that's why we got this idea of the celebration. And we have different composers, different pieces on the program. We're starting with a Mexican composer and the celebration of altar. Her music is all about real and magic. So the audience will also get a visual component to this composition, to the whatever they're hearing. The performers will be masked, which is a challenge sometimes to read the music and play at the same time.
And where will the performance inside the art museum be?
In the
in the beautiful, Windover Hall?
Windover Hall.
Oh,
yes.
What a beautiful setting.
It is gorgeous.
You could be there Halloween night, All Souls Eve. And if you get there at 6:30, you can even enjoy the pre-concert conversation with the composer, conductor, and the artist. There's a lot to enjoy the Milwaukee Art Museum Halloween night for All Souls Eve. And you are listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. Next, what Wisconsin's Morning News has up their sleeve for Halloween audio treats.
With all the positive Google reviews continuing to pour in for Richland's Tire and Service Centers, we want you to know we appreciate you.
You were due for service. We delivered. And then you went the extra mile and wrote a few kind words about the service you experienced.
Yeah, thank you so much. Michael, Glenn, Jeff, Lisa, Carol, Jason, John,
Wait,
Michelle,
hang on a
Ryan.
second, Dad. As fun as it may be to name every single person who's ever left us a Google review, there just isn't enough time. We get 60 seconds, and I'd say we've got about 28 left.
Ah, good point, Courtney.
Listen, we appreciate every last one of you for helping us maintain a nearly 5-star Google rating. And we're going to keep on shooting for the stars, especially when it comes to providing top-notch auto repair service.
Yep, and remember, be safe, buckle up, and hey, always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. Peter, Bruce, Samantha, Kimberly, Nick, Heather,
Oh,
Marissa,
Dad.
George, Jeremy, Diane, Brad, Paul.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
You'll get a new heat pump system, a new furnace, and a full home duct cleaning all together as a package at about half price. Half price! That's how it all shakes out. Not a gimmick. And both the furnace and the heat pump system are high-quality units. This is Anthony Zanevsky. All you have to do is purchase a heat pump system from Quality, and you'll get a free furnace and a free duct cleaning. All totaled, the cost would be about $20,000. When you add in the new tax incentives that you'll get back at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying about half. That's about $10K for a high-quality furnace, heat pump system, and a full home duct cleaning. It's limited time. And last time we did this, the units went pretty fast. So if your home needs a new furnace upgrade and a heat pump system that can act as a brand new AC system as well as a furnace backup, take advantage while you can and cut your energy bills substantially. Call Quality and get them while they're hot.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, and in the studio with me for a late night, because he's putting in the hard work, is WTMJ's Eric Bilstad. How are you?
I am great. Thanks for having me.
Work continues on this year's edition of your Halloween special. What is the title this year?
This year's special is called The Northern Bites. It's our
a play on the Northern Lights?
Perhaps. I can't share that. That's way too much, Sandy.
Well, this is under wraps. So
Yeah.
the reveal is Friday morning, Halloween morning.
Our 4th annual Halloween radio show will air Halloween morning at 7:20 and then again at 9:10.
And these are your creations.
That's
They come from the mind of Eric Bilstad?
Yes, yeah. And Vince is cool enough to let me do it.
What a fun creative outlet for you. What inspired you to do the very first Halloween special?
Radio and just the audio content and audio consumption has always been my thing.
Yeah.
Like I used to listen to the cassette tapes of like The Shadow. My parents would play those for me when I was a kid.
Like the old radio dramas.
Yeah, like who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The Shadow.
Only the Shadow knows, yeah.
And like I was just enthralled by that. It's just amazing how much you as a listener, your imagination takes over.
Fills in, yeah.
The other one is from The Dark. It was a radio horror show that Jonathan Green used to play, where like these guys are investigating this ancient house or whatever, and there's this dark aura or whatever, and it causes people to turn inside out, and it's a scary radio show from like the 1930s or something like that.
And you would hear it here on WTMJ?
Yeah, we've aired it before. Because of those shows, like I always just kind of wanted to do it. So we did it 4 years ago. It's gotten steadily better every year, like between Greg Pancake Hill and who puts in yeoman's work on it too. Like his style and his ability to produce it is really fun.
So you're saying this year's will be the best ever?
Every year is going to be better. We always have to top the year prior, right? So like this year has to be great. And this year is the morning crew heads up to the North Woods to see something very special in the sky, and
which would not be the eclipse, as we know, the doomed road trip that you and Vince took. Oh, maybe it is part of life imitates art, art imitates life.
Yes.
What is your creative process? Because that's a big undertaking to me to write a script.
The good news is that there's not a lot of stress or pressure on this kind of thing. So it's not like I'm like, there's not really writer's block when
you're not working 360 days a year on this.
And like I write it as if we're all our own selves, right? So like Vince is Vince, I'm me, So like that makes it super easy. Vince, I think, even though he always puts up a big fight about it, I do think he actually really deep inside enjoys what the final production is.
It is such a great creative outlet. We hear Vince and his different voices and doing sound effects.
By the way, like crazy talent that we haven't even tapped into yet on that shit. It's a great idea. So for the 5th annual, a year from now, Sandy, we'll have to use his accents and his
impressions. My gosh. So I'm going to play next your 2024 Halloween special.
Solomon's Shovel.
What's the plot? And then there's maybe a behind-the-scenes nugget.
Solomon's Shovel is supposed to be about the end of the museum before they move.
The Milwaukee Public Museum, the big...
Yes,
before
they move to the new spot. So the crew gets to go look inside and explore, and then, of course, trouble ensues. The hidden little nugget is the cameo was phenomenal. Like, he took our notes... He gave us multiple cuts. He tracked it like multiple times, meaning he kept re-recording his lines because we kept asking him to be more dramatic and to change this. And he was phenomenal. Like he was so much fun.
A prominent and important city figure is the cameo in Solomon's Shovel. Anything else to listen for?
The soundtrack, the sound effects, anything that's happening other than our voices, that is all Greg's work. Like literally everything in there. And you don't even hear it at first because, again, your imagination starts to create where it is, where you're walking. Like, you'll notice it when you're listening to it. You're going to be in the room with us, and it's all because of his ability to create the ambiance, the atmosphere, the sounds. It's a work of art, what Greg is able to do to make it really sound good.
Eric Bilstad from Wisconsin's Morning News, thank you for creating the Halloween annual special. You will hear it all next. Solomon's Shovel, the Halloween special, next on WTMJ. Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Half a century of marketing expertise joined with over 20 years of local market knowledge. Not to mention the savings you'll see after you get our best commission right up front, which, by the way, is only 1.9% on the listing side of your home. Join that together and you can be sure that you've chosen the right real estate experts who have the experience to market your home effectively and give you a commission that'll end up paying for things like new furniture. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. They saved over $50,000 after we sold their home at only 1.9%. You don't have to pay 6% to market and sell your home. Hundreds of Century 21 Benefit Realty clients will attest. You can get it all all for only 1.9%. The more value your home has, the more important it is to find the best real estate commission and the marketing ability to get top dollar. And with Century 21 behind us, that's what we have. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to best-selling author Shea Serrano. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
It's the Halloween season, and a fine tradition here with Wisconsin's Morning News is the Halloween radio special. This is the 2024 Halloween radio play, Solomon Shovel, from Wisconsin's Morning News. Enjoy.
So that's when I told the guy, look, that's fine. Just make sure the dog doesn't know.
What even is that supposed to mean? We're here anyway. We're here.
Here as in the basement of the old soon-to-be-vacant Milwaukee Public Museum?
Well, adjacent to the basement. Anyway, streets of old Milwaukee. Maybe the last time we're going to have an opportunity to see them, Eric, before, the museum moves to its new location.
Ooh, check this out. Look at the skull I found in the other room. Oh, well, hello there, Jordan Love. Do you need some new shoes? Ah, yes, Mr. Hill.
Would you put that down?
Oh, relax. It's fine.
Be careful with that. Plus, this was a huge favor from Ellen Sensky. The museum CEO gave us permission to, view some of these original pieces from the museum before they get boxed up. Some of them are going to get moved. Some of them, this is the last time we're ever going to see them. Check this out. This is what we came for. See, I've been trying to find the Byron Kilbourne original maps. These maps that he used when he was scouting canals that he hoped one day would connect Milwaukee to the Mississippi River. So cool. The museum said if we could find it, we can use it as part of our reporting.
Hey, do you think Solomon's shovel is around here? It's got to be buried in one of these boxes, right?
What are you talking, Solomon's shovel? Like Solomon Juneau? Like first mayor of Milwaukee?
OMG, Vince. Not just any shovel, it's Juneau's original shovel, the one he used for the ceremonial groundbreaking in the original museum back in the 1800s. He loved the idea of the museum, and he vowed to terrorize the city if anyone ever threatened its existence. Anyway, hey, look at this, a crossbow.
Hey, careful with that. Plus, what are you even talking about? I know a lot about Milwaukee history. I never heard this Juneau shovel story. Plus, why would you want to destroy the city?
Well, legend has it Juneau's ghost still roams these old museum catacombs, looking for the shovel. And with the museum now relocating, since he vowed he'd be upset about it, there's legitimate fear now that he'll destroy or terrorize the city in revenge.
That is ridiculous on multiple levels. First of all, catacombs. Like, we don't even have catacombs. Plus, who'd Juneau even be angry with?
I don't know. I heard he had beef with Kilbourne or maybe Abley or something.
Okay, give me a break. Where's Debbie anyway? I thought she was supposed to meet us down here.
Well, howdy do.
Ah, Debbie. Yes, finally. What is this supposed to be?
Oh, this? It's just some skull piece I found upstairs.
Yes, Mr. County Executive. It's a beautiful day for a swim.
Is that the T-Rex skull from upstairs? Put that down. It's like, first of all, heavy. Secondly, valuable. Like, can we please focus? Ooh, check this out. Ooh, that's a lot of dust. Doesn't look like this box has been opened in a century. It's in here anyway. Kind of looks like an old yard tool.
It's Solomon's shovel.
Did the lights just flicker? Come on, guys.
I didn't do anything.
It wasn't me.
Somebody else decided to tag along with us today? I thought I told you guys. Mercure and Fellow, not invited. Wisconsin's Morning News only.
Everybody okay in here?
Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky. Is that you?
Someone tripped a silent alarm. Was that you guys?
Nope, but look what Vince found.
Is that Solomon's shovel? Wow. I thought that shovel was just a myth.
Wait, Chief, you've actually heard of this shovel thing? Why am I the only person who's never heard the shovel story?
Well, of course. Legend has it the ghost of Mayor Juneau wants to use the shovel to return from the afterlife.
Yes, I told you. He's going to use it as a conduit to return to the living. And now that the museum's being relocated, he's going to wreak havoc.
Well, I heard he needs souls in order to get back from the afterlife. If he gets the shovel and souls,
That's the only way he can get out of the afterlife.
All right, my head hurts from you clowns. Thank you. As someone who adores Milwaukee and its history, I, more than anyone, would love to get some FaceTime with Solomon Juneau. Hell, I'd even give him that silly shovel.
Whoa!
Now what?
You're not going anywhere.
All right, who next is making a cameo in this episode? Tausch?
It is moi.
Mayor Solomon
Juneau.
This is impossible, right? This is impossible. It's not really happening.
Who was my shovel?
Oh my gosh. Maybe it is. Is it you, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Juneau? It is an honor to meet you. I have dreamt of this moment. Actually, I kind of have. Always thought, of course, it would be me traveling back to the 1800s in like a DeLorean or something, like getting stuck in the past. Anyway, glad you're here. I always told myself if it actually happened and I found myself face to face with you, I would ask you about, like so many different things about the history of Milwaukee.
Where is my shovel?
I'm sorry?
He wants my shovel. He's been looking all over for it.
I mean, we can figure something out. You guys, should we give him the shovel?
No way! Run!
Guys, maybe if we just talk to the ghost, we'll find a solution.
No time, Lipsky. Run!
Will you guys please calm down? Mr. Mayor, I apologize on behalf of my friends here. This, I believe, belongs to you. Enjoy your shovel. Anyway, so as I was saying, I was so glad to meet you. I always wanted to ask, about that bridge thing. Is that for real? Like you and Byron Kilburn, you were legit beefing? And oh, by the way, I heard Kilburn was actually kind of handsome. Heard he was a bit of a ladies' man.
Oh, you fool! The shovel is mine!
How could you? What happened? Where is everybody? E? Debbie? Chief Lipsky? Mr. Mayor? I can't find anybody. I don't know what to do. Call 911? Busy? All right. I will call who I would first think of in an emergency. Producer Greg Pancake Hill.
Hey guys, it's Pancake. Leave some syrup after the beep. Thanks, and keep it sticky.
What in the... What is happening? Hello? Eric. This better not be some kind of joke. I'm telling you, the museum is going to be pissed. Plus, if we don't get out of here, I'm supposed to golf later? Who's there? Who's there? Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
Okay, so I think we're all set here.
Chief, you're okay. Thank goodness. You know what happened?
You tripped a silent alarm, but it looks like we're good to go now.
Good now? Really? Where's Eric? Where's Debbie?
Who?
Eric, Debbie, our friends from Wisconsin's Morning News.
Oh, never heard of them. They must be wax figures for the new Streets of Old Milwaukee exhibit. Boy, you'd think WTMJ would have gone with somebody hip and trendy like Jonathan Green.
I'm sensing something here is not right. Chief, I need your help.
Vince, I'd love to help you, but I gotta go. The mayor is terrorizing the city today.
Mayor Johnson? What's he gone nuts?
No. Mayor Juneau, of course. Here, listen to the WTMJ stream on my phone. Your station is reporting on it now.
In local news, Mayor Juneau is responding to residents' complaints about degrading infrastructure and has announced plans to, quote, go full-on Godzilla mode and tear down this entire city. The Department of Public Works has been ordered to demolish all buildings within the city of Milwaukee, except for notably the Public Museum.
Oh no! The legend is true!
Oh my, you can hear that again at WTMJ.com. Go to the website, just honestly search Halloween, and you can hear Wisconsin Morning News' past Halloween radio shows from the past 3 years. And Friday morning, the 4th annual Halloween radio play will debut on Friday morning. I'll play it Friday night here on What's on Tap, too. Thank you so much for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. I'm Sandy Maxx. Have a great night.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Get 2 mattresses for the price of 1.
Whoa, what are you doing?
We don't do sales at Penny Mustard.
I know, Nicole.
So how can we offer 2 mattresses for the price of 1?
Because it's only 1 mattress.
You're not making sense, Ben. Have you been painting in confined spaces again?
Arvid, I'm talking about Penny Mustard's 2-sided mattresses.
Oh, I see. When you have a flippable 2-sided foam or coil spring mattress,
it's like having 2 mattresses for the price of 1.
You'll give each side more time to breathe.
And your mattress will last twice as long.
You use both sides of your pillow, and you should be able to use both sides of your mattress, too.
I don't use a pillow.
What do you use?
A cement block.
Really?
I find it relaxing after a long day of painting in confined spaces.
2-sided mattresses, because 2 is better than 1. Available every day at Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
WTMJ Steve Scafidi here. Year-end tax planning can sound daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Let's review what tasks you'll need to prioritize and what might require attention in an Annex Wealth Management webinar with CEO Dave Spano, Director of Financial Planning Eric Strom, and yours truly. Join us Tuesday, November 18, 2025 at 1 p.m. to get all the insights you need to close out the year strong. Register now. Click the events button at annexwealth.com to save your free spot. That's annexwealth.com. Click events to register today.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Practical principles that make every dollar count. Small budget advertisers can't afford to waste 1 penny. It all has to go to work in the most effective and efficient way possible. Anderson Smith advertisers are setting themselves apart 24 hours a day, every day of the year. The power of the airwaves is real. You just have to know how to harness it. We'll get you deals you can't, and you'll get results that you won't without us. Anderson-Smith.com. We help small business advertisers get better results. Don't buy ad packages. Buy into a plan, even if you don't use us to do it. Because unless you're willing to sell your product or service for a lot less than what it's worth, you're setting yourself up for almost guaranteed failure. Put an ad plan together and stick to it. Tell them what sets you apart and have consistent branding so it can work for you with a snowball effect rather than just trying to make a big splash. And if you need someone who can really make your dollars work hard for you, Anderson-Smith.com. We help small business advertisers get better results.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it's 47 degrees. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 45 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brinda. A new Milwaukee ordinance aims to address a growing backlog of